These guys going for very few hours, so I would take full advantage to go over to his channel and check out exactly what they're doing over there, and check out their live stream. So, and he'll be carrying the audio here anyway. So I'm gonna see if anyone wants to join me in a few. I'm gonna look to see if I can drag some individuals in. So let me bring Heidi. Heidi, if you want to come on, let me know. I don't know how Lorraine is feeling. I know she was battling an ear problem. Let me see. Let me just ask her. And let me see who else I could annoy and bring on. It's too bad my friend Klaus Don is not around. It's right. It's 7:30 in the morning. Let's see. Yeah, he's not on. He's an early riser. He's probably working right now. I wouldn't be surprised. And that's Klaus Dana. It looks pretty quiet. It's Saturday night, so I'm sure a lot of people are busy doing things with their families or friends. And I know one thing, I'd be watching the hockey game right now, which I'm taping to watch later or tomorrow. The New York Rangers Boston Bruins game. And I'll be definitely checking that out later. Yeah, a lot of people aren't on. It's incredible. It's a quiet night. So Heidi, if you want to come on, let me know. And yes, there is very, very little light pollution here because I'm higher elevation. I'd say I'm a few hundred feet above sea level here in upstate New York. And usually I don't have any problems with light pollution because I'm away from any real big city lights. My area is really dark. So I don't have any really issues with that. Yeah, it's pretty good. So wine is aligned and Mike is primed. So let's bring Heidi in. Let me do that now. You could probably hear me clicking away. And I need my tea. I just hope we see some activity. It's that. Uh-oh. There she is. Let me raise her up because we can't.
Hello.
Hear. What's happening?
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Audio rage. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Testing.
No, I can hear you. I was gonna say, did you like the way?
Testing.
You can't hear me? Oh, you can.
Oh no! What's going on?
I can hear you.
All the audio's gone. Everything's gone.
Oh, here we go again with the audio. Let me check Skype.
Bill, the audio's gone.
Testing.
Everywhere.
Not on mine. Not on my.
Can't hear anything anywhere.
Nope, the audio's working on my
Talk
wire.
to me.
It's working. It must be you because it's working
Go
for
on,
me.
Speak. I can hear noise. Hello.
Okay, so I do have the.
No, not hearing anything.
How is that possible?
I've got everything turned off, so there's no interference from my end.
Oh boy, here we go.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello?
Let me check my Skype.
Earth calling Bill. I'm here. Where are you?
She can't hear me, obviously. Let me check my tools in Skype.
No. Nothing going on.
Headphones.
Audio-wise.
Testing. Nope, that's not it. Testing 1, 2, 3. What about now? No, it can't be. I don't know.
What the hell?
I have no idea. Testing. Let's try.
Now I've got my audio turned on YouTube and I can hear me from like a minute ago.
Testing.
Ah, there you go.
You can hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Hear me now.
It's all about, it's crazy because that's Skype. Skype sometimes.
I thought you were going to break into it's all about the bass.
No, Skype has sometimes issues picking up the audio because it's the mixer. I got a lot of equipment, so sometimes Skype gets fooled. Skype is Skype. Yeah, it's Skype.
Skype is special.
And remember, I've got a lot of things running. I've got this going through a mixer. I've got it going through the codec.
All right, Mr. Gadget. Yeah, you're right. We get it. We know.
But hey, we always have some kind of issue. And
have you turned your lasers off?
Yeah, I had to because it was interfering with the camera.
I should bloody think it is. That thing isn't amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I bet you if I flashed it up to the moon right now, we'd see it with Paul's telescopes on Keith's channel. Yeah,
seriously, that was ultra-dimensional shit you had going on in your garden right
Maybe
there.
We could see it inside one of the craters as these guys are zooming in.
That's E.T. heaven. That is E.T. heaven right there.
Oh,
Bigfoot's
God.
going, there's a disco at Bill's. I'm going on over to Bill's.
I mean, you could...
STO.
The way these guys do the work, there's a plane on my screen. But, I mean, the way they zoom into these craters and the work they do on their channels, just outstanding.
I know.
I mean, it would be awesome just to go to where Paul's at and just experience his, for me, it's one of those things I would love to see hands-on, the type of equipment he uses and just to be there while he's doing the streaming. And
can you just seriously big up who's in the chat room? 2016 stargazing in London right now.
Oh yeah, he's saying he has the same camera, the A7S.
Just the most amazing stream. She got no audio, and I'm just trying to arrange Ian Gunner, who's probably listening right now because he's on to me on Facebook. Hello, Gunner. I'm sure you're listening.
Now is Gamma? Is that him, Gamma?
No, Ian. You know Ian Gunner.
Oh, Ian Gunner. Our good friend.
Yeah, I'm just trying to arrange so that Stargazing can run his audio shows while she's streaming her amazing night watch Skywatch that she does from London. So it's not going to clash with yours because hers is obviously earlier because it's London, UK.
Right. The time
so
zone.
It's perfect setup to do like a whole you've got from 9-hour time till 2 a.m. hour time, and you come in. There you go. There's your network.
What is London? What is the London time right now? Is it 5 hours ahead of me?
Yeah, 23:38. Yeah, GMT.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, right now is prime conditions. It should be in London to view.
Oh, the sky. Yeah. I mean, I thought it'd be really bad tonight because of the fireworks. Obviously, London and Guy Fawkes. I thought it would be really bad. But
what are we celebrating? What are we celebrating with the fireworks? What's going on?
It's Guy Fawkes night. It's the night that God bless him. I wish someone would bring the fucker back. Sorry. Oh my God, it's before Watershed. There was a lovely chap in London that tried to blow up Parliament. His name was Guy Fawkes. And on the 5th of November every year in London and the UK, we celebrate Guy Fawkes being burnt. Which he shouldn't have been.
Wait a minute. He was burnt?
He was trying to blow up Parliament. That's the whole idea of fireworks tonight. Yeah, he's our bloody hero right now.
And so we celebrate every year with fireworks?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, that's a way to celebrate.
And right now, we've got the 1,000 Mask March. That's hard to say after a bottle of wine. Who are walking around London right now. The police are in turmoil. There's a live stream of that at the moment. In the UK, in London, on the 5th of November, which is Guy Fawkes' night, the man that tried to blow up Parliament. And my God, do we wish he'd have succeeded right now.
Wow. Well, I don't want to get into the political aspect of things because it seems like
that's part of fireworks in London on tonight every year.
It seems like fireworks are going to be celebrated worldwide the way things are going.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's just get crazy the atmosphere, what's going on, but especially here with our elections going on. I mean, it's
exactly.
Oh my God. It's just ugly.
You had the 1,000 Mask March today in DC as well. That happened today. It's been advertised for about 2 months now. You know, the anonymous mask.
I gotta talk.
There's been marches organised for the last 2 months. On today, even though there's no connection between America and UK and Guy Fawkes blowing up Parliament, ironically, but that's been organised for a couple of months, and it happened in DC earlier. I don't know how many turned out at the end, but there was a live stream of 9,000.
See, these are the times when I mean I live in a nice private area. I mean it's not there's not a big population here, but these are the times when I just want to run to the hills, have a house, a cabin in the mountain on top of a mountain, and just be away from all the madness and all the craziness, and just. That's what
I was saying to Nick. I was private messaging Nick Redfern earlier, and he's like, "Oh my God, I can't remember," because he lives in Dallas, so he's like, even though he's British, he kind of forgets the time of the year and where we are right now. And I said, "Are you watching London right now?" It's Guy Fawkes. Let's bring back Guy Fawkes. He's like, "Shit, I completely forgotten," and I put. Just give me a teepee in a forest and fuck the world. He's like, hell yeah.
Just keep an eye on above your house for any helicopters.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
I wonder the same thing
here.
here.
Happening over the next few weeks. It's okay. Don't worry. I'm prepped for that. It's fine. Well, I'm not prepped, but you know.
I'm waiting for the helicopter to go over my house any second.
Oh no! What I'm about to walk into. Yeah, watch this space. I love you, my friends. You might not see me ever again. Ah. Dun, dun, dun.
You know, it's incredible, though, because I wonder sometimes with the equipment that these guys have, Paul in Florida and what Keith does. I mean, one day, I really feel one day, these guys are going to capture something. I don't know if it's going to be.
Of course they are.
They're going to get something and.
Have.
You have to imagine that they monitor. They have to be monitoring what they do because Keith was telling me about a gentleman. I'm not sure where the person's from. I don't know if they're from the UK, but I think from the UK.
And John Wilson.
Is it that the gentleman that has the special optics that has the telescope?
Yeah, John Wilson. Yeah.
Oh my God! I like Keith says. Oh my. What this what this guy does with his telescope and this contraption, these lenses that he makes, and he gets it looks like you're literally a few feet above the surface of the moon. Yeah, I was amazed. Yeah. I mean,
it's good stuff.
And like I said, what Paul and Keith are doing is just as amazing because they get right up in there in the craters. And you could see the shadows and the lighting from the sun reflection. And, you know, one day, I mean, the moon, we may not be aware of this, but I'm sure because everything today is kept away from the public, obviously. But you have to think.
It was up to what we, we as in me involved in, knowing you guys. This is the whole point, though. And I've said this since I started dabbling. I call it the Bob Lazar effect. And it kind of, if it doesn't need much explanation, the more you share it, the less chance you have got of being bumped off.
Well, yeah. I mean...
And that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. That is all we're doing.
Plus, there's thousands of people that are watching at any given time. You know, even if it's not the live stream, people will check it out afterwards on the archives.
Exactly.
They're watching and observing. But what I'm saying is, the people that are doing this stuff, and by the way, Keith said it's John Leonard Wilson.
Leonard Wilson, yeah. I'm sorry, Wilson, yeah.
But,
let me get the link, actually. Hold on.
You would think that because they're doing these type of observations, and we're not just talking about a wide view of the moon, just looking at the whole moon. These guys are going up close and personal. We're
talking towels on bloody sun lounges, German, up close and personal. As Keith puts it, I love it. We're gonna, what is it about pregnancy? No, it's really rude. We're gonna make, it's to do with pregnancy because it's so up close and personal.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying even when I do this, I'm not saying that we're gonna find here. I mean, it may be possible. Who knows? We may find some type of evidence, credible evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence. All I'm saying is the highly likelihood that some government is involved on the moon's surface, whether it's for mining or just exploration, but there's a lot of dollar signs or whatever kind of currency you want to put across it. There is a lot of money in mining the moon.
Right. Well, at the end of the day, what's going on right now is you've got the argument about the 0 point energy, hence the Podesta thing and all that, which is kind of what we, in inverted commas, have known about that should be out there in the public eye for a long, long time. The moon mining thing is similar, but it's different. But it's still there. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, again, they with what's that? I think it's helium-3. There's the rare earth metals that are on the moon. If they can mine it and they're able to transport it back to Earth, the amount of money that could be made. I mean, we have to look. It may be highly cost. You know, it may cost a lot of money now, but the benefits, if they were able to go back and forth from the moon back to Earth and transport these rare earth elements. I mean, there's a lot of money.
What are they actually using it for? That is the big, in inverted commas, disclosure issue. Yes, I think a lot of us are aware that's been going on for a long time. Same as Mars, same as it's all mining, it's all energy.
But the moon is.
But right now, what are they using it for?
But the moon.
And why is it so important right now that they're still covering that? Bear in mind the drip feeding that's been going on. Why is it still so important to cover this up? Bear in mind the amount of people
because each government wants to have exclusivity to
but they can't.
But you know what it is? It's all about the next revolutionary stage.
It's all about the base
of energy. That's, I mean, once you got to remember when a certain. That's why you don't hear nothing from no government, because they don't want to disclose to the public about because they want to be the ones to monetize and to capitalize and globalize.
All this stuff that's going on with the marches and everything else. Okay, stop thinking separate, right? Stop thinking no DAPL, the Dakota Pipeline. Stop thinking anonymous in London. It is all
Hold
about.
on, 1 second. I got to answer this call. Hold on, that's my phone. Oh, I got to do that quick, otherwise I'll get copyrighted. Sam.
Our hills are alive with the sound of music.
All right, look, I can't do it now. I'm doing a live Skywatch.
What? Oh, yeah.
I'm on YouTube right now. Thing. So I'll do it tomorrow night with you. I'll show you.
It's all about the same thing. I'm sure you agree with me.
Because I'm live on YouTube right now. Okay.
Hi, Yuffie. Bye. Hi, Sunbird. Hi, Carmen. Hi,
Mom.
Oh, Ma!
Ma! Ma, pick up the phone. Sandy's trying to call you. All right. And hello to Oofy and who else came? Sunbirds in the house, but I got totally thrown off. But the thing is,
it's all the same thing. It is all the same thing. It's the people versus the government and the Illuminati, the cabal, whatever you want to call them. It's all about what they are keeping from us. It doesn't matter whether it's ufology, whether it's paranormal, whether it's energy. We are not being allowed to see what our true potential is.
But it all ties up. But see, it all ties up to the industrial military complex, the applications that can be used from any technology. If they are recovering or they have possession of alien technology, they're not going to tell the world.
There's no if about it, Bill.
Exactly.
There's no if. There is no if. How could they have created that, whatever the triangular craft is called, the T, whatever it is? That is from alien technology.
Yes.
There's no way we could have built that. And there's no way we could fly that thing.
And
so there's no if.
You know that if any country gets the jump on the moon and exploits the moon's resources, they're going to do it. And that's why China is going full frontal force with their space program, because here we go. Mom, this is not a good time.
Excuse me.
Not a good time.
Can David go to Rite Aid and buy the thing for his mom, the thing to breathe, or the one that they gave you?
It's possible. He has to ask. They do sell them. I think you can buy them.
Without a prescription?
It's possible. I'm not sure. All you got to say is, I need a Buterol for my mom's nebulizer. She ran out. That's all.
God.
And then maybe they'll give it to him, over the counter.
Yeah, but he needs the machine too.
And so then he would have to get the machine too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why hasn't he got the machine? The machine is the basic thing. What?
Yeah, but I don't think you need a prescription for that.
I don't know. He would have to go to Rite Aid and ask.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, no,
Anyway, well,
No.
I got thrown off by Mom.
I've got loads of the machines, but the actual drug is a different thing.
Yeah.
The things.
The Chinese already. I mean, they're gonna. I think eventually the way because when they have the money. I mean, they have the resources to do it too, and they as far as technology, everybody pretty much steals everything from everybody else. So there's really no big lead on any country.
I seriously think that they, in inverted commas, have all been working together since the 40s. I seriously think they have all been working together off planet together. I think this whole we're better than you ruse, we're going to get a rover on Mars it is a ruse.
Well,
I seriously think that. Look, I mean, come on.
Well,
look at the ISS.
I was just going to say that.
The ISS, yeah, look at the ISS. We've got Ruskies in US and Brits all
Right.
up there together. Yeah, fair enough. We haven't got any chinks up there with them. I don't know. Have we? I've not a clue. But how can that be with regard to one craft that isn't even in deep space when they're arguing about stuff that is deep space? No,
Right.
To me that is just a big fat lie. They have been working together with this. There has been something going on that they have kept from us. There is a huge collaboration going on, a huge collaboration. Call it intergalactic war, because they like the word war, if you like. But they have been working together. Jonathan Reed, doctor in inverted commas, Jonathan Reed, has been working with the Russians. Now, in this day and age, you tell me, with someone that's got a profile of Dr. Jonathan Reed, now let's face it, he's not very popular and has been sought out and attacked. It is now out there officially on video. He is working with Russian cosmonauts. Now, how is that allowed in this current apparent there before you can? It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
It's also about the economics involved. It costs so much for a single government for their space program. The cost, it makes sense to have, a few countries come together to all chip in to work on the same kind of project and the same program. Because
it does. And then there's that big hole in the black programs that went missing from the pet. Hello? Where do you think that might have gone? Possibly towards the huge international collaboration that we're not telling you about because we want to play war.
well,
do you know what I mean?
That's like saying right now, I mean, we're like 50 years ahead of what we know.
Yeah, totally.
I mean,
absolutely, totally and utterly. It's just so stupid what we're being fed and what they are actually doing. It is just ridiculous how much they are doing and then they're not telling us.
Exactly.
And to the people that aren't talking about this and literally discussing this sort of stuff, the people that, like my neighbours, I'm a celebrity in my neighbourhood right now.
Can you imagine? We hear so much about what other countries are doing. For example, Iran or North Korea. What they're working on, their testing of nuclear weapons underground. And here we have Russia and the United States building massive underground facilities.
In Antarctica.
Hidden from satellite's view. You can imagine what they're doing underground in these massive facilities of testing of equipment.
And they're working together, though. That's my point.
Oh.
I think they have all been working together forever. And the whole war machine is just doing it to cause discourse within humanity. It's like us versus them, and they are trying to, inverted commas, protect us from them. That is what is going on in the sky. No, shut up, you bastards. Hello, we are the human race. I think it's time you told us exactly what's going on. Yes, the sheep are going to go bah and run to the hills, but so be it. Wake up, smell the coffee. Something else is going on. I'm ranting. Do tell me to shut up.
And hello to Brian in the chat room.
I'm sorry.
No, it's because something. What we see publicly going on, it's true. What's really going on behind the scenes is probably a different story.
I mean, this Podesta crap. I mean, seriously, I watched that the Webby thing, the webinar thing. I signed up to that, and I was one of the only participants in chat. You know me, very vocal. Apparently there were 700 people in chat, but no, there was only 3 of us chatting. But from what I saw of this Podesta big webinar thing, it was a shove for Clinton. That's all it bloody was. Mm-hmm. Completely pointless. Yeah. Every second I was like, really, you're just showing me what I saw 3 days ago. This isn't a new thing. Podesta, isn't he wonderful? Therefore, he works for Clinton. Please go and vote for Clinton. I'll tell you, I signed off. I was like, no, I'm not having this. All this crap with the Podesta emails, it's all a fucking ruse. Oh, sorry, I'm swearing. It's a complete ruse. Ignore it. Disclosure is not going to happen.
Not through the government. No way.
Not through the government. And as Larry said at Home Firth, and he stood on stage and he said it, and bless his heart, it's on my channel, when they all stood on stage, all of the speakers, he put his hand on his heart and he said, disclosure is going to come from here. And that is exactly how it's happening. Individuals are getting their own personal disclosure. If you need disclosure that much, yeah, you'll go and summon something. If you want to see something standing in your living room, yeah, you just jog on. Disclosure for me is what I am doing. I am sharing, I'm connecting people, and that is, as far as I am personally aware, is all I am here to do. If it goes further, then so be it. I don't know, is an alien going to turn up on my doorstep? If it does, so be it.
Well,
I don't think so.
And like I said, I don't want to condone this behavior because it's criminal, but yeah. It may happen where you're going to get certain individuals that are going to hack into systems, and they're going to come privy against information that they're going to release to the public, where you never know that disclosure might be done in that capacity. I think we're going to have a blue beam thing. I truly believe this hashtag disclosure big, there's been a big build up in the last 8 months. It's going to come through leading up to blah, 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 bums on seats for Hillary Clinton. I truly believe they are going to use their blue beam technology to, let's put it bluntly, scare the shit out of the sheep. Well, that could be also part of the false flag invasion theory.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. And I think that's how it's going to go. Now, the people that are awake, that have seen, are aware, are experiencers, whatever bloody box you want to put them in, personally, when I see something in my sky here right now for the first time, I will know in my heart whether it's real or not, because I will feel it if it's real. But I don't know, is that me? I don't know. Yeah, I think I will feel it. If it's real, I'll feel it. And as the world will feel it, those that are awake will feel a vibration if and when that is going to happen. When we as a collective see something in our sky, I think you'll find the first time that happens as a collective globally, I think you'll find that's going to be the military industrial complex.
Do you
the
know?
First time it's just going to do it to scare.
My good friend Dirk, he's a big investigator, and he's actually a collector of meteorites. He travels around the world. I mean, he's got an extensive collection. And his website is lunarmeteoritehunters.blogspot.jp, because he's in Japan.
You need to put that link in.
Yeah, let me do that now. He told me, he sent me a link that NASA and FEMA just had.
Oh, there's two. What it was the word? Two initial people that I don't trust with. A rat.
No, but they had drills for impending catastrophic asteroid impact.
Yeah, I know. And then you've got the thing that Doodah's just signed. Blah Blah's just signed. Brian wants in. He's ready and poised and waiting. Yeah, you've got the thing that the executive order that Blah Blah's just signed about the flare
Uh-oh.
thing.
I just heard it breaking up a little bit.
Hello.
What's up, Brian?
Hello, Brian.
You guys are killing me, man. You're killing me right now because I'm screaming at my phone about disclosure and all this craziness. Like, oh my God, there's no disclosure. It's out there.
Oh well,
Yes.
yeah.
And there's and it's already out there. It's everywhere.
It is. It's
Oh,
it's indirectly, subliminally, but slowly leaking where there's hints of things if you just put the puzzle together.
it's just right out there.
Linking though. It's sinking ships. Linking.
It's not even a sinking ship. I got to be honest, as because we're still individual countries, there's no way in hell if I was the president or the person in charge that I would disclose that we have UFO technology.
Absolutely not. It's national
It's not
security.
in our best interest.
Exactly.
Okay? But, and I thoroughly believe that everybody screaming for disclosure is just screaming for vanity purposes because they're tired of being called the tinfoil hat. They're tired of being called the geek and the
Yes.
freak.
Yes.
Yeah,
And they just want disclosure, not because they want everybody to know that there's UFOs.
For their
They
own.
just don't want to be called the freak anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Want to be
Enough's
back.
enough.
Yeah. Well, that's fair comment though, isn't it? You know, like, to those people that are fame whores in inverted commas, because they are fame whores. Let's face it. They're like, I mean, can you imagine the likes of Nick Pope? Can you imagine what he's going to do?
But
He's going to be nappies in a day.
But at the same
You know
time,
what I'm saying?
but at the same time, all three of us are involved in some capacity or have been in some paranormal or research, or we've witnessed stuff and we experienced stuff. And you know what? I do want answers. I do want to know. I really want tangible, credible evidence.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, exactly. I can hear Jack. Jack is ringing in my ears right now.
You know what? You're not going to get the answers that you're seeking anyhow. This is just my personal opinion.
Unless I have
You're
my own.
not going to get the answers you're seeking. You're just going to be able to go, I told you so.
Yep. Well,
And then what'll happen, this is where it's going to piss you off even more. Those people that were making fun of you and said, I knew it all the time. That's what's going to happen.
Yep.
So,
but
yeah.
You know what? No, to me, I mean, as I said a while ago, I'm not a researcher. I've never proclaimed to be a researcher, so therefore I've got no evidence. I won't say no interest, because hell yeah, of course we've got interest, but at the end of the day, yeah, you damn right. I want to go into a pub to all those twats that laugh at me with my phone hat and say, fuck it, sorry, bleep, you assholes. Are you going to listen to what I've got to say now? I mean, they already are. I mean, there was a time, I think I've said this before here, when I used to go into a pub and the pub would clear. That's that weirdo, you know, let's get away from her. But now I've got a queue of people when I go into a pub that want to tell me about what they believe. And
That's that crazy cat lady.
Yes, it is.
That lives by the railroad station.
Damn,
You know what?
right.
You know what? F them if they don't believe. F them. You know, I talked to my buddy, the other half of the primarily of doing our research, and we're so sick and tired of hearing about. I got to be honest. What the hell is it? Roswell and all this stuff. If you don't believe by now it happened,
Yeah.
just go stick your head in the sand.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
There's no new evidence that's going to come up. They find a
No.
coin
oh,
or
there's
a
a
button.
shooter.
Yeah, let's move on.
Look, hang on. Let me check. Right. Okay. What? Oh God. What is going to happen? Is stuff is going to be. There's going to be collaboration. There's going to be confirmation that will lead to
Celebration.
I know, I didn't want to be cliche, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. There is stuff going on behind the scenes that will lead to so much in your face. What the hell are we thinking? That it will be.
But then again,
you won't be able to deny it.
But then again, some of us, and I mean, I've been through experiences just with these guys, Al and Brian. I mean, I don't really need to. I mean, I would love to have a real close encounter. I mean, with something up close and personal. But there have been times when I'm like, okay, now what the hell just happened? What was that? It's unexplainable. Things happen. I mean, for some people, they've never experienced, but sometimes you just happen to be around the right group of people in the right environment in the right place at the right time, and stuff does happen. And Brian, when they were here, nothing really crazy happened in my house when these guys were here, but there was some few weird nuances, like the night vision camera wouldn't work in the house, or Al had a video or audio of my room picking up orbs coming from, but then he lost the video. But we heard sounds banging. We were like, what the hell is... I mean, sometimes shit happens, and there's just, you're trying to reach for some kind of rational conclusion, and sometimes there isn't any.
There isn't, exactly. So what actually it's quite an interesting concept, and it does make you... well, it's not even that out there weird, but if you think about it, our Earth is made up, I don't even know the numbers, but the percentage of water is quite humongous. And the fact that the deep sea missions that are going on right now and the new animals,
new life,
they are animals, the new life that's being discovered, let's face it, they're alien. So what makes the things that are probably in our skies so different to what are being discovered daily in our deep oceans? Absolutely.
They can't even find MH370. They can't even find that. I mean, can you imagine what's in the depths of our oceans that we have no idea?
See, this is the problem I have with the whole space race. We can't explore our oceans.
Exactly.
But we're going to go to space, or we're going to be distracted and go to Mars. I got to be honest. If anyone that's listening is one of those idiots that's going to try to join that Mars mission, you're an idiot.
It's not going off the ground. I can tell you that right now.
No, let it go off the ground and take all the rest of the idiots with them. A one-way ticket to Mars. Good idea. It's interesting though. Every time Al and I'm not promoting us, we do something, be it an investigation or a radio or an interview show, whatever it is, there's always they catch glitches, or there's a new nuances, new pops. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it happened recently. We did another show, and we had EVPs found on the audio.
You know what?
When you talk, what?
You know what though, Brian? Sometimes when something like this happens, where you have an independent private group that's going to do an investment and try to do something like this, they're waiting for something catastrophic to happen. God forbid. But you know what they'll say? It would deter future missions by private industry groups to say, well, we have to do it. This is what happens. To try to dissuade
it's
those.
It's all a dick contest. So it is all about how big is your
control.
Mine's bigger than yours.
It's all about control.
Everything is about mine's bigger than yours. Shut up. Seriously.
I mean, look, like I said, with Brian and with Bronxville Paranormal Society, these guys are doing, and I was there on a few of these things, and they're not going to say, well, this is, they look for rational explanations. You look on TV and you look at these fools with these reality shows that are just making a mockery of everything, but you have groups that are really trying to do real valid investigation, and they come up, they're trying to come up with rational explanations behind it, and you like I said, then you have these other groups out there that are a joke.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I understand the TV aspect of a lot of these programs on there.
Ratings.
There is editing because you have to get ratings and whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think some of them start out as really, looking for answers, and you get wrapped up in the production part of it. And I think they still leave pissed off that like they're making a mockery of something. Mm-hmm. But, hey, that paycheck works. I mean, if someone wants to give the BPS their own TV series, it's no problem. We'll take it.
Well, look how far...
We're going to debunk ourselves. We're going to go in and off topic. And that's what we do. We look for as many rational answers as possible. The only reason why we would accept TV is it affords us more outlets for research. Like we find DNA samples. We don't have to pay for it.
And also you can take that money and invest in furthering your equipment, your resources.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it would be for me. I mean, just to take that money that's coming in and reinvesting it to try to get better, technology. That would be for me. That would be my goal. But
I saw something recently.
My head is hurting right now.
But your head splitting?
My head is really hurting. I'm just going to spontaneously combust very shortly. Because no, seriously, what you're talking about right now just encapsulates the whole issue of us being blinkered and blinded. You're talking about DNA and all that shit. Right, okay. Sorry, this is why my head's exploding. Let's talk about cancer and the fact that they've had a cure forever and ever and ever. They've had a cure. Cancer was created by us.
But it's
therefore the whole cover-up, this whole DNA strapping, the whole thing is been manipulated.
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely is a manipulation, and they're screwing around. You really want to stop cancer in your body, and this is not a joke, and I'm not a doctor, but just raise your pH level.
Yes.
That's it. And you can do that with, got the type of water it is, but there's a pH-based water that actually the Japanese line up for a lot. I think it's called Kagan water or something like that. Please forgive me for the mispronunciation, but it'll raise your pH level, and it'll make you a lot healthier.
Well, I hate to quote the Alex Jones of the world, but the colloidal silver thing is absolutely superb. If you can place colloidal silver in your diet somehow,
it's great.
That is a really good start. A really good start.
That's a good product.
But you guys know
you're
that.
talking about technology, right?
But no, before we get off to the technology part, that pharmaceutical companies, they have total control over the release. The FDA. They have total control of all medication, and you know that they're not gonna come out with any kids because they make so much money on feeding people these medications to keep them going.
Trillions of dollars every year to maintain the life of an individual.
Exactly. And there's too much money to be lost.
But the ironic thing is, for all the sheep out there, there's actually 2 programs right now on the TV sheep network that are actually focusing on this, on the lies that the pharmaceutical companies. I mean, the sheep are just like, oh, this is a really good drama. But they're not actually listening to the message that's coming across from that. Mm-hmm. Right, okay, right. An example. I'm on, 5-6 medications a day because of my heart.
Right.
Because I'm awake, if one brand changes, I don't know what brand that is they've put me on, but because it's a brand, it's a tablet, not a brand, a tablet that I have to take, right. I don't know what is in that particular brand I've been re-prescribed.
Yeah, well, the best is...
Who knows what is in that? Who knows what is in that? And the other thing, sorry, I'm ranting now, you might have to shut me up. The vaccines, this is a whole different can of nasty worms. The vaccines, because they're called vaccines, are not tested the way drugs, pharmaceuticals, over-the-counter prescribed by your GPs are.
Yeah, but again, look at... And Brian can tell you this. When we see commercials here for medications on our TV, they'll say, "Oh, this drug is great for diabetes. I mean, this will lower your blood sugar," and then they'll say, and the side effects, and it takes up the majority of the commercial, and it's like the side effects can cause death. It can cause this. I'm like, why the hell would you take that freaking medication?
Most people that watch Skywatchers are thoughts of suicide. Some people who watch Skywalkers have blood reading from their eyes.
Isn't it crazy though when you see these ads for some of these meds?
If your liver explodes, please contact your doctor and stop watching Skywatcher.
Who the hell wants to take a medication that has all these crazy side effects? I mean, I wouldn't want to take any of it. And another thing, too, is, the FDA tests, they test medications for how many years? 5 years? What's the long-term? What's the long-term effect?
The long-term effect of the medication, my doctor wanted to put me on some things, a statin or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's a new doctor because I had to change it, due to what is Obamacare. And he's a really nice guy. It's like, but I try to explain to him, I don't fit your mold. I'm not on your average or your bell curve. I'm a totally different animal that you're going to experience. Mm-hmm. And I've been going to my primary was a cardiologist for the family for 30 years. He never put me on statins whatsoever. Mm-hmm. So now you want to put me on statins? Nah, I think I'll pass on that one. Mm-hmm. I could be wrong, but I don't want to be hooked on a drug for the rest of my damn life. There's got to be an alternative.
Even cell phones, there was a study done, and they said, oh, there's no real evidence. Okay, how many years have you had this study going on? 10 years, 20 years? Who's to say? I mean, a lot of these studies are short-term. They're not long-term. They don't. GMO products. Oh, the science says that there's really no significant damage that they. Well, BS, because I don't know. How long has it been going on? I want to know what the ramifications with antibiotics they putting in this, the pesticides they use. I mean, it's crazy.
You know, it's insane because my kids go for vaccines every year or so, whatever. So one of them, my doctor was pissed off at me. I'm a believer in vaccines to a point, but we had something called MMR, measles, mumps, rubella, right? It's one giant cocktail.
Yep.
It's been linked to autism and some other problems, right? So I told her, I said, no, she's not getting it. You're going to break it up. And then she kind of got pissed off at me, my doctor, or their doctor, because I'm making her break it up. I'm like, look, they're not your kids. Well, and then they say, well, I give it to my children. I'm like, well, you can do whatever the hell you want with your kids.
Exactly.
But my kids we're breaking it up because I don't think you should put so much into a body at one time. So we broke it up.
Yep.
And that is the argument. That is the fucking argument against vaccines. It's what is a vaccine? A vaccine is a live fucking bacteria that you're putting into a baby.
It's actually a virus.
I'm not worried about the live bacteria as much as I'm worried about the preservative in that vaccine.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got a flu shot.
The thing is, the issue is the same thing. Why are our kids expected? Why are we, as parents, now expected? I mean, it's not at the level it is in these states yet, thank heavens. And I didn't give my son. When that came out, it was the year that came out, and I chose not to give my son the MMR. And I asked about the 3 separate. I was happy to do the vaccination, but yes, can I have the 3 separate, please, with a couple of weeks in between? No. Well, you can, but you have to go and do it in France and pay 200 quid a shot. Okay, well, I just won't give him anything. And you know what? He has never been sick a day in his life.
Okay.
Because everybody else had it. This is what happened. Everybody else had it around him, and he kind of got picked up the immunity from that. Yeah. But one of the ones that they did, the recent one, because I have girls. My doctor's like, okay, we'll give her Gardasil. Like, no, you're not going to give her Gardasil.
God, that is the worst one. That is so
she looked at me horrified. What do you mean you're not going to give Gardasil? And she started arguing with me. I'm like, there is too much evidence that points to major issues with this vaccine, one. And two, my daughter doesn't, she's not anywhere near anything with HPV, whatever virus, not happening.
Yeah.
And there's a direct link. I mean, like, the FDA even said it. It's a bad vaccine.
Gardasil is the current worst one. The whole vaxxed process, the whole hashtag vax, and Del Bigtree. Yeah, Gardasil is one of the worst right now. That is actually one of the worst killers right now. I mean, fuck all the other vaccines. The other vaccines, it's quite easy to get hold of that data, that information. But the Gardasil is the latest trendy to GPs. Oh, you've got a teenage daughter. Oh, give her Gardasil, because I'll get my golfing holiday out of that one.
It's not only the kickbacks, but look, in theory and in practice, it would be wonderful if these things actually worked, but they don't. And it's proven that they don't.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to subject my child to having some neurological problems and mental issues, whatever, paralyzation, because you think it was okay for your child. I don't, your child is your child, mine is mine.
Right.
I think we definitely need some kind of immunity around the planet. A lot of the surges of these viruses in the U.S. recently have come because of all these children being brought in from South America and up that were flooding the border. And everywhere they moved these refugee children to, they had outbreaks of major, like TB, polio, some things we haven't seen in ages.
Yeah.
And there's a direct link to that, because if you're in an unvaccinated country,
that's true,
you're going to get it. Columbus didn't slaughter them. His the genes in his
Disease.
crap in his body killed all the Indians.
Yeah, disease was also a big part of it. Also, but you know what? I got a flu shot a month ago. I came down with
you're a fool.
I came down with a very bad case of bronchitis.
Bill, the last time I took a flu shot was just before we bombed Iraq the first time, and I'm seriously like a week before, and in all seriousness, I was miserable. I had a full-blown case of the flu. I was achy. I didn't want to breathe. I'm like, I'm never doing that again.
Never. I got very sick. I got very sick. I had a very bad case of bronchitis. I got very ill.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just not worth it.
It's not.
Do you know, I didn't actually connect that. Did I? I didn't actually connect that, Bill. But did I not say to you on the day you were going for your flu shot, don't do it? I didn't connect it, of course. And then you got bronchitis. Duh. Hello.
Yep. And
it's just not good. I mean, like there's 5,000 different strands of the flu, and they're just gonna. It's you better off playing roulette.
Yep.
Yeah.
But before we continue, I want to say hello to Brian, Kelly, Lorraine. Who else came? JB came into the chat. Let's see. I just want to catch up. Jonathan Miller. Let's see.
Do you know what? YouTube is stopping my numbers. I'm
Jenny.
not seeing bums on seats. I don't know why. What that's about.
Jenny's in the house, and
let's not tell Heidi so she can't see how good she's doing with her hashtag sharing.
and everybody else that's hanging out in the chat room.
I'm just gonna go for everything I post now is gonna have hashtag Heidi.
You have to hashtag giggle time. Actually,
but I just want to quickly go back to technology for Mr. Bill because Heidi introduced me to another Skywatch. I think it was out of London.
Yeah,
that was absolutely gorgeous, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on with your setup so that you have all the right stuff. I don't know what's going on. Don't get me wrong. I love the color. It's looking better.
It's almost there.
You're getting better every day.
It's one click away from the other feed. I don't know what that is. It's a one setting. It's a one click on your Super Marvelous camera.
But if people want to watch Skywatch a little bit and on the cheap, and Bill, you may want to take a look at this. This is very interesting. Take a look at the Nikon Coolpix D900.
Don't tell him to buy anything else.
Yeah, it's
really not fair, is it?
This camera can see the craters on the moon, just like Keith's. So Keith, if you're listening, it's a Coolpix D900 from Nikon. It's out of this world. I think it's like $450.
He's running this audio.
Yeah, he's doing it. Yeah, we're streaming. This audio is streaming on his watch right now. He's doing a Lunar watch right now on Space Imaging Keith right now.
So Keith, don't kill me, but check out the Nikon Coolpix D900. It's awesome.
Brian, in chat, 2016 stargazing is the lady you're talking about. That's got the Taurines running right now. She's the same camera as Bill.
Sweet.
Yeah.
But
we
gotta tweak something.
There is tweet. Yes, tweet hashtag. Just like pick out keywords. If you share something, this is what I do. If someone shares something, and Gary Heseltine, my boss, bless him, he's shit at it. All I do is I copy and paste his lead as to what he's posted, and I add hashtags. Hashtags are a search engine. Keep that in mind. If you remember that's what the meaning of hashtag is, you can't go wrong. Because you can search a hashtag even in Google search, and it will find everything that's got that hashtag before that particular word. That is how the hashtag works. That is why it's so great.
I gotta get a hashtag for just myself from now on.
You've gone silent on me. Hashtag search engine.
That's dehydration.
If he went silent on you, Mom's asking for something else. And by the way, albuterol, it is prescription based.
I'm sorry, Stargazing. Oh, you're a girl. Oh God, Stargazing. I've just called. Oh, sorry.
I was just looking at it.
Stargazing was a lady.
Tells you all the...
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that. That was. Hi, Stargazing.
I can't see that because I'm operating on a phone, and on the other vehicle I'm watching the New York Rangers.
Oh, don't tell me the score! Don't tell me! I'm taping it. I'm taping the game.
I'm not gonna tell you, Bill. I'm not gonna tell you whatsoever.
But I tell you, they're looking. The Rangers are looking good so far.
Yeah, I've seen this, but we have like 900 games left. So.
I know, and they're not going to score 4 or 5 goals every game.
No, they're close. They're getting. I mean, like, this is the first one I've watched in a while, but I just keep hearing the scores here and there.
So, Brian,
but
tell us about anything, any upcoming investigations you've got going on. Have you got
yeah, we got a bunch of different things going on, all dealing with demons and
really?
possession. Yeah, we have a hotline number, and we've gotten several calls, and we have a case in the Bronx right now with a guy that he moved into his mother's old apartment, and his mother was taking care of his brother who has he's schizophrenic, and so him and his wife moved into the apartment. Less money. They don't have to spend it. It's a free kind of apartment, and they've been experiencing a lot of like poltergeist type of activity. They see things. Things are moving around, falling on the floor, flying off the floor. In the middle of the night, he gets up and he sees large black masses. He's seen glowing yellow eyes in the middle of nowhere, staring at him.
That's never good.
No, and then he's also had growls right in front of his face. So he contacted us, and we couldn't kind of get there just right off the bat. So, but we told him to cleanse the apartment. There's certain ways of cleansing it with sea salt and some holy water and so on. So Bill knows all about that.
Yeah, you have to go back, by the way. We were talking about this the other night, and I'm glad you're here. And where's Al, actually? You have to go back to Bill's because stuff's happening again.
Really? It is, huh?
Yeah, in the house again.
Okay, well, we'll go back. We have no problems with that. I'll come up with that in a second. We'll definitely do a follow-up for Bill and Mom. It's no problem with that.
Preferably before May when I'm staying there, okay?
Yes, no problem. We'll come that day. On top of that, so he has a friend that lives underneath him, this lady who's kind of like a sister to him, and she was experiencing stuff in her apartment similar. And this was just recently, about maybe a month ago. The lady came up to the apartment and she kind of got freaked out. She said, "There's something evil here. There's something bad here. You got to get rid of this. Whatever's here, you got to get rid of it." And she goes, "I can't stay here." And she left his apartment and she went downstairs to her apartment. The next morning, super comes up and says, "You got to come downstairs." So he goes downstairs to the girl's apartment. She's dead.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Yeah. So they don't know how long she's been dead, but her eyes are kind of
crazy.
Kind of open a little bit, and she's a little blue. And this guy thinks of her as a sister for all these years, so he tries to do CPR on her. Well, they call the police or whatever. And this is from him, not from us. And he says, while he's doing CPR on her eyes start to open more, and he's thinking it's working, and he keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. And then the girl's mouth apparently went into almost like a smile. And he says that he heard a very, very evil type laugh coming from her.
Oh my days.
So, on top of that, and this is where it gets really, really weird. The next morning, we get a phone call at 8 o'clock in the morning from the dead girl's phone call on our BPS hotline. And the phone call lasts for about 15 seconds. And we know the girl's dead, by the way, because he told us the day before. And on the phone, I did some audio research on it, and I started processing the audio. And it sounds like a repeated message over and over again. And it says, "The snakes are in heaven."
Oh my.
Now, if Bill talks to Mom about that and see where, and she may know where that reference is from, it references a war in heaven. It references Revelations.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's one of the cases we're working on.
I become very blah about religious references. I have to say, I'm sorry about that.
I understand that, but
it's how people connect it to their beliefs, and you know.
But if you got to take it in the context we're getting it in, right? So I'm more on the scientific end of it. I look at all angles of it. This is a dead girl's phone call that calls our phone number for 15
bizarre.
seconds. The girl's dead. I don't know how the phone call message came. And when you process it, you hear what sounds like an EVP or a voice saying, "The snakes are in heaven. The snakes are in heaven." And it's repeated, and then it ends. So when you look up snakes in heaven, because, you know, I know Tears in Heaven, Eric Clapton. I've never heard of serpents in heaven. It's not. It was serpents in heaven or something like that.
Okay, so maybe you need to right. Okay, so if I got personally to me, if I was in that industry, what you're doing, because I'm not religious, so I would not connect. I would not hear that and think Bible.
Well, I'm a religious, God-fearing person. I'm not conforming to an organized religion. But through our research, we research everything that comes up. So, you know, you'll be surprised what you get on a search. So if you put in serpents in heaven, the only thing that really comes up is Revelations, and it discusses a war between the angels and a serpent and a hydra and a seven-headed figure. Now, that's the same thing that's actually seen by the Pale Horseman. If I believe, you know, everybody, I mean, if you're in the paranormal and New Age or UFOs, you're going to drift into the quatrains of Nostradamus, and and all this stuff comes from that. You know, like this is where you start hearing it. So that's as far as it goes. Is it a valid type of EVP? We don't know yet. We're still investigating. We have another. You know, demons and exorcists and that kind of stuff is well above our pay grade. Sure as hell above mine. So we've contacted. Brother Bob Bailey, which you may know from some of these shows, and his Warriors of St. Michael. We're trying to get them involved, and another local agent group of ghost hunters that agreed to, you know, go pay this person a visit. But we had them doing the cleansing for 30 days. I think we're going to have a lot of success. I personally don't think it's demonic, but you know what? Again, we don't. You know, we're not doing that stuff. Well, it's like
everything to me personally. I mean, by the way, I've put a message from Lorraine in chat because I know you can't see chat. I've put a message in Skype chat. Can you see Skype chat?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see Skype chat. Just give me 1 second here.
Lorraine asked a question, so I've copied and pasted it about the multi.
Lorraine, if you're hearing me. It's really funny because these people happen to come from a Latin background, and we're going to say Latino, not just Latin. And so I was kind of interested in that stuff, but no, we don't believe that it's part of that, you know, mass that's craziness that's taking place in South America, where apparently everybody down in South America has been possessed, and some of them. I've seen some videos. They're more believable than the. That I don't believe so. I mean, I think the devil, if you know, and I believe the devil does exist. This time and age for everybody, no matter where you are, is ripe for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But when you're dealing with possession and devil worship, you know, devil type of thing or exorcism, wherever that would be needed, these things don't need to play a game with you, like laugh or whatever. They just get what they want. They don't mess around. You know, it's not a joke to them, and they don't need to use you. They can just kill you and do whatever the hell you want with them. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's levels of darkness and levels of other dimensions that we have no concept of. Call them what you will. Personally, the word demon, your demon to me is just some evil, nasty fucker that wants to fuck around with you. Demon, religious people is the devil. No, sorry, it's just bad stuff and good stuff from dimensions that we have got no comprehension of.
And you also have. Yeah.
If you put the label of a religion on it, then if you want to deal with it like that, then that's your way. But to me, it's all the same stuff. UFOs, ETs, ghosts, demons, angels, it's all the same stuff.
You know, it's interesting. It's again, people. You know, a lot of people with religion do this, but what people don't understand in the paranormal world, field, whatever, is the fact that, these spirits or entities that come from this dimension, next dimension, wherever, they know what works and what doesn't work. And when you want to scare somebody, it's like, okay, they're not leaving the house, so let's pretend we're this. They'll say that they are something, but they're not. They're just a badass spirit. They want you out. They want to freak you out.
Bad
Yeah.
energy. It's bad.
Yeah.
Lorraine just put, what's up with demons having mortal desires? I put, but do they? Do they have mortal desires? I'm thinking no. I'm thinking it's maybe just bad energy that is like shunted into that dimension. Yeah, it might be someone that was murdered, that their story wasn't told. It's energy that is still there, and it's obviously a violent energy that they were ripped away from their current body. Oh my God, I'm getting really deep. They were ripped away from the current situation, and they are longing to tell someone what the freak happened to them. Yeah, they're not demons. They're angry spirits that need someone to bloody hear them. Let's not put the word demon on them, because they're not necessarily demons. They're angry souls that need to be heard.
Well, you have that. I mean, if you're getting back to demons or whatever, and you had that one point where in heaven some of the angels came to earth and mated, apparently, with the humans. So I can see the demon side of it coming back and forth. Trying to do the same thing. I look at this as the following for as far as God, angels, seraphs, demons, whatever, the devil. Lucifer, the light bearer, who is technically the devil, he's this whole thing that's going on there is just a really bad dysfunctional family.
Can you say that bit? See, everybody skims over that bit. I'm not a devil worshipper or whatever you want to call it. But
No. I'm not saying a devil worshipper.
Lucifer, the light bearer. Now, what does everybody scream? Love and light, love and light, love and light. Can you just take a step back and reassess your beliefs and have a different look at it all? That it's just seriously. Can you just stop relying on the Bible and what the Bible's told you and reassess the whole picture?
I understand that. Okay, basically, I'm going back to this is why I don't conform to organized religion. But you have the angels, God created. There's a spirit, an entity, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm not going into a religion as far as
use the word the source. The source covers everything.
The source creates and does everything. Creates these winged beings. We'll call them angels, right? Okay. Do his bidding for him, and they're good ones. They're all doing whatever they want. And then the source says, you know what? I'm going to create human beings now. So he creates human beings, and he says, now you have to. They're your boss. Okay. So some of them are like, okay, Dad, no problem, because the source is the father of all these things. Okay, no problem. And some of them are pissed off. It's like, what do you mean? I'm not gonna bow down to these things. I'm more powerful than them. I'm more superior. Yeah. And Dad gets pissed off and says, listen, bow down to him or get out. So some of them are pissed off at Dad that they're not getting the love and the respect that they get. So he casts them out, and they go to a place called hell. Okay, so basically, what you have here is a dysfunctional family. Yeah, and I'm not promoting. Listen, I'm not promoting devil worshiping. I'm just saying that if you want to look at it in a reality,
make it real, yeah. Totally.
If you want to look at it in a reality or a TV series coming soon to MTV, it's like Lucifer's like, I did every effing thing you wanted me to. I just want you to love me, and you're telling me to worship. They're more important to you than me. I'd be pissed off. I mean, if anybody had a family with had brothers and sisters in it, and you kept getting crapped on, eventually you're like, screw you, I'm out. Exactly. So I'll take that. Okay, you're gonna pay for it.
Yeah, it's basically human. It's like
I'm gonna show you, Dad. I'm gonna. That's basically what's going on,
Yeah, exactly. Hate is bad, but it is a basic human emotion, It's like, just because I hate, what do I hate? I hate sprouts.
Oh, I can't stand them either.
Does that make me a devil worshipper? No. Hate is a human emotion.
No, it's a craziness. See, this is why, first of all, I think when you get into demons, devils, angels, it's a totally different ball game. And there are select people in the religious end of the world that are actually really devoted to it, and they're not crazy. They're just, well-to-do, and they literally know how to handle it better than everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
The interesting that strikes me, actually, I know it's TV and all, blah blah TV, but what strikes me, and I'm sure you must come across it as an investigator, I can't pertain this for sure, but I'm sure you'll agree with me. Surely the majority of the ones that call you for really nasty, like the terrified type group of people, I bet they're really religious.
It's really funny. If you look back on anybody that does investigations, most of these houses that get possessed or what have you, they've got the biggest crosses all over, and they got pictures of Jesus and Joseph, Mary, and Bob. Bob was a lesser known, entity, but Bob was there too.
It screams to me.
Interesting.
There's a message there in itself. To me, that is a message.
I'll be back, guys. My camera went dead. I got to change the battery. I'll be back.
Yeah, we have a demonic scream. We have a demonic scream right now. Welcome to...
Sorry, Bill, I had this.
Yeah, sorry, we cursed it. Darn it. I hate it.
I tell you, stuff happens when I'm on or Al's on or both of us are on. We don't play around. We bring...
I haven't heard Al for ages. Where the hell is he?
Al's working his rear off.
Is he? Oh, bless him.
He's getting ready for the Christmas holiday, and he has to get the elves in line.
Oh, God. Is this the same as Bill? Bill's got a Christmas tree up, for heaven's sake.
No, I don't have my Christmas tree up because I'm not allowed to have one. That goes back to a religious thing, but whatever. I celebrate Christmas anyhow. But
I don't.
He's been working really hard, and he's just wiped out.
I was saying to Bill earlier when he was showing me his new flashy thing, I was like, I actually want to be out there for Christmas at Bill's because it would just reinstate my love of all things Christmas. I've given up Christmas because, first and foremost, to me, it's hypocritical because I'm not religious. I don't believe in all that. So the reason of Christmas is the birth of Jesus, blah, blah, blah. Secondly, I can't afford it anymore. I just cannot.
I agree with you.
I buy a turkey this month and it'll be £6. The next month it'll be £12. Shut the front door. Seriously, go away. I'm not buying into all that shit.
Yeah,
and
you know what?
It's just too much money. It's too much money.
It's really funny when I used to work for a couple of banks, and I have the family. We were giving out gifts to people, and basically, my wife and I would be considerate of what to get people, and we would never receive that back. So like I'd go out and buy somebody a watch, and my brother gives me like a plastic frog that ribbits when you walk by it. I'm like, really? Okay, great. I thought you'd like it. No, you didn't. What I started doing was I started thinking about what people would use. So I know someone liked coffee. I bought them a whole bunch of different coffees, whatever. They still didn't appreciate it. So this is just a suggestion on my part to whoever wants to hear it. But instead of buying stuff for your friends and family, how about you buy stuff for kids that are terminally ill in hospitals,
exactly,
that are not going to have Christmas, and just buy it for them. You don't have to put your name on it. Just, you could just send them a card. I bought a child in this hospital a gift in your name. And literally buy them a toy, buy them G.I. Joe or whatever they have over in England, G.I., Charlie or whatever, and just a doll, because you don't have to be there to see how excited this child's going to be.
All right, I'll take this downtime that they're having. Say what's up to everybody in the chat. Welcome to the Moon Watch once again. Bill's having a little audio trouble on his end, so we'll go back to it then. Sounds like they are ripe for conversation tonight, and that's probably where I'll be hanging out when we get done here. Let's see who we got in the chat box tonight. We'll run down the list again. So what is up to Athon and Carrie Nethers and Saint Camille, Derek Hunt, Jenny, Liam, and Russell Prophet, Nick Yaya, Pan is back, Rockstar. We're keeping a good steady 45 to 60 people. Not too bad for a Saturday night. It's once it starts getting around like 10, 11 o'clock when everybody gets home and decides to jump on their computers. That's when traffic starts hitting hitting peak. How you know something was incoming? Well, see, what it is I'm on a 30-second delay from Paul. So whenever anything happens with Paul, he texts me and let me know. And then you guys on YouTube are 30 seconds behind me. So when Paul relays the information to me, I relay it to you. So basically you have about a 30 to 40 second delay from the time I tell you to the time you actually see it on your screen. That's how we know when things are incoming, because Paul sees it first. Just so you know. The moon's looking pretty good. It is humid down there. That's why we haven't used a big scope much. It's just that's why Paul hasn't used a big scope much. It's just really a lot of distortion down there tonight. Pretty good keeping on the wide field. Still looking for objects. This is by far the view that we get the most stuff flying by. Hopefully we might try to zoom a little bit more yet. Hopefully humidity moves out, but he does have that northeasterly wind that's just making it, coming right off the ocean down in Miami. It's never good. But hey, what can you do? We're here hanging out again. It's a Saturday night. Hopefully nobody or most of us don't need to get up tomorrow, so we can stay up late and sleep in tomorrow a little bit before football gets started in the States. And yeah, Jenny, I know I didn't put the clock up there yet. I'll take a vote on it. I mean, if because it does take away some of the screen. If you guys want the atomic clock, just let me know in the chat, and I'll put it up there. I can go either way on it. I haven't really seen enough things to fly by tonight to have it yet, but I mean, I can always put it up there real quick. Isn't a big deal. I'll let you guys in the chat decide if you want the atomic clock on there yet. Besides that, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to check if Bill's back on yet. And I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
It's not even commercial crap. They started selling Christmas lights in Costco by me in the States. July they had it set up.
So that to me spoils it. That totally. I mean, I love what Bill's doing because he's just such a bloody Santa Claus. But to me, the 12 days of Christmas, you shouldn't have any decorations up 12 days before and 12 days after. That is the 12 days of Christmas. Listen to me. You don't put decorations up 12 days before.
And the problem I have with this whole thing is I'm not of the Christian faith. So, but I still, growing up, we celebrated Christmas. My dad would either play Santa Claus or my uncle would. So I celebrated Christmas. I celebrated another holiday around that time. And because my grandmother was of that, and if I didn't, I'd never hear the end of it, which is fine. I didn't care too much. I just like Christmas. I love the lights. I love the smell of the tree.
So do I.
Usually people are smiling and happy, but now, because the fact they took the religious aspect of it out, the Christ, believe it or not, they've ruined Christmas. So let's put the religion back in it. If you want to call it the birthday of Christ, that's great, But I'm sick and tired of season's greetings. I'm sick and tired of happy holidays. You can't even say Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas.
Yeah.
I know over by you say Happy Christmas, right?
Yeah, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. Merry Xmas, Happy
Well,
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
So Christmas to me and Thomas is
mom
yeah,
and son time.
mother and son time. And she's like, well, don't worry, I'll pay for him as well. I'm like, no. Number one, he hasn't got a passport. And number two, I looked at the prices for airfares to Norway,
Yeah.
which is the price for me to come out to Bill for 2 weeks in New York. Nothing to do with that, but regardless, I won't leave my son at that time of the year.
No, I don't blame you. And
Even though we don't do Christmas, I mean, we'll have the big meal. You know, we'll have a bottle of champagne. We'll do the whole celebratory thing, if you like. We'll dabble in the commercialism of it, if you like. But I tell you what, when my son was like between the ages of 0 and 12 years old, my house was a grotto. It was.
Nice.
It was like Bill's house. It was, you couldn't see any normal walls and ceilings and floors. It was just Tinseltown lights. But I was working at the time, and I could do it. You know.
Yeah.
Now I can't. I just can't.
No. You know, I've seen what's going on this world right now, and I I'm the same thing with family. I have people that are there, but I don't have family. Yeah. And it's just, the holidays do get a little depressing because of that for some people when they don't have family, whether they have it or, whatever, or they can't get to them. But just try to enjoy the moment. Look outside, there is something magical to the holiday.
Yeah, it's a time of year of giving. Yeah, let's keep it at that. I mean, let's leave it at that.
Yeah, and if you don't have anybody to share it with, maybe volunteer at some place. I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those big social, like, hey, I am a capitalist, mind you. But you know what? The charity, that karma you get from that charity itself, it will be paid back a billionfold. Yeah. So.
Yeah, let's bounce back to reality right now. This is what I'm doing. I mean, what am I doing? Who's Heidi Neal? Well, Heidi Neal's that. What is she actually? Well, she's the one that shared my radio show. She's the one that got me a radio interview. She's the one that. To me, connecting people is my thing. It is. I just love it. I love it. I bloody love it. Just the thought that, I mean, let's put a current example that someone has seen my hashtag link here, and come into this chat room or into this Skype chat or whatever, feeling like they're completely alone. I've seen an alien, but I feel like a complete nutcase. Well, guess what? If you come and talk to us, we will listen to what you've got to say. That to me is my own Christmas every day.
Yeah, it's a
bloody day.
What you do, Heidi, is incredible.
That is my blessing. That is my mission. Whatever word you want to put on it, that is where I am. I am sharing. I'm caring, and I hope I point people in the direction. I hope I connect people. That is where I am, and I bloody love it. I have found my niche. I've worked. Yeah. I worked the system. I now don't get paid for it. I don't get paid. I'm paid by the system, and damn right, the system runs in the house. Puff, puff, puff. I don't get paid for it, and I love it. Is the satisfaction of knowing that I have helped someone. I've helped someone, in no matter what way it be, you know.
Well, it's the same thing with me. It's kind of really weird.
So
Al does. Yeah, Al and I do kind of similar things, and we gotta get yelled at by our wives. I can pretty much talk to anybody. I meet a lot of new people. I'm not saying we're best buddies, whatever, but I always talk. We have conversations, and she's like, "You're always talking. You gotta go." And I'm like, "Well, you know what? That's how you meet new people." My daughter's even asked me, like, "Dad, who is that? Why are you talking to him?" I'm like, "It's just another person. We were just having a conversation." But you know what? People remember that because there's a lot of people in this world, even though we have billions around, they don't talk to anybody. I mean, anybody that's probably under 30 right now will just look at their palm the whole time while holding the phone. They don't know how to have a conversation. And you know what? Just being nice to people is refreshing, or saying thank you when you open the door. I've had people look at me like I had 3 heads. Like, did you just say thank you? I'm like, I did.
Nice. So, what was that? Well, hey, that's new.
Well, they think you're an alien, actually.
Yes, they do. They do look like you.
You must be from another planet. I'm like, yeah. I kind of am. But I think it's
and sharing and caring is all it's about. That is it. That is just caring.
That's little George Harrison right there for everybody that was paying attention.
I feel a song coming on, actually.
but you're right about this. I mean, that's why we go. One of the guys in the group, Paul, he started with someone else this group called the UFO Roundtable. We're also on Facebook, so look up a UFO Roundtable, not the discussion group that's there.
Yeah, no, I think I've been invited.
Yeah,
I have.
Yes, you have. You were invited by me because I think it's just a lot of posting of things. But we have a live meeting once a month on the first Wednesday of every month in Yonkers, New York. And you have new people there, and they're shy. We had this one person at one point that came in who was terrified about UFOs and being abducted and whatever. And one of the guys that was regular there, who was very, stern in his beliefs, it's his way or no way, was starting to give him crap. I said, relax. This guy's here because he's upset and he's terrified about this. And instead of attacking him, why don't you explain to him? And it is a great open forum where people can actually just express themselves. Like, I saw something, I don't know what the hell it is, maybe someone else does. So it allows people to be themselves and not have the ridicule or you need the tinfoil hat type of thing. Yeah. And that's what you do on a daily basis, Heidi, though. But, you've introduced us to plenty of new people, and I always like meeting new friends. Yeah. And you never know, in general, I think a lot of the people that you meet in this world, believe it or not, somehow, somewhere, you've actually crossed their paths in some way, shape, or form. I mean, I could have actually met you when I spent a couple of months over in London. Yeah. And when I was younger, I'm like, you never know, And the
synchronicities are... I mean, synchronicity, I didn't know that word. Yeah, I knew the word, obviously, because I read it well, obviously. But the word synchronicity right now is, I just love synchronicity. I just love that when things happen because they're supposed to happen.
Right. It's kind of, that. It's that moment where you're just about to give up and something pops in and something saves the day, or it was really weird. I told Alice a couple days back or whatever. I forgot where we were. I actually asked my wife, like, do I have asshole written on my forehead? She goes, no. I said, because I've had people staring at me a lot, like they know me from someplace. And almost like when you recognize a celebrity in a place where you're never supposed to see them. Yeah. I'm not starstruck, so I've seen many celebrity. I'm like, oh, that's so and so, that's so and so. But I've had friends that are like, oh my God, their eyes start squinting and you can see the brain and the wheels moving. And I've also had people recently just tell me, oh, you were great on TV last night. And I'm like trying to figure this out. I'm like, really, I wasn't. But what show are you watching?
Yeah.
And they're like, no. Well, apparently there's somebody famous that looks exactly like me. So I'm going to go find out who that person is at one point, and then I'm going to liberate their bank account for my own means. But the closest thing I ever got when I was a tad bit, much younger, some of the people I worked with that came from Camp America, which are usually from the UK.
Oh, Camp America! My friend worked for Camp America, and it was the best time of her life.
It's a fun time. We were working, and these people go, "Oh my God, you look exactly like Eric Bristol."
Oh, Eric Bristol!
And I'm like, and this is before I had a cell phone where I could look it up. I'm like, I don't look anything fucking like Eric Bristol. But at certain times when my hair was a certain way, yeah, I could see it.
Certain angles.
So basically, I was the dart champ of the UK for a while.
Well, I'm getting people now. I mean, it was happening for years anyway before, but now in the circles that I'm mingling in now, I looked like Natalie Cass. I'm sure you know, but everybody knows.
I love Billy Connolly.
I love him. He's a hero of mine. I went to watch the very famous one where he made the joke about the hostage having his head cut off.
Oh, that's a little comedy. Oh, it's too soon? Oh,
yeah, well, I was at that concert, and the actual raw recording. If when he does that line and you hear someone laughing, that is me and my group. We were the only ones that laughed because we were really smashed. But anyway, we went to the station after the concert, which is obviously is like a concert for the concert hall, so you only get people that were at the concert at the station at 11:30 at night. And I was pissing about with it. They've got these telephones on the platform.
Right.
Which are emergency telephones, and I picked up one as a laugh. We were messing around. I picked up one, and I got one of the controllers. And this guy said to me, "Can you look up at the camera, please?" I looked. I was like, "Where the fuck is the camera?" I was like, so I was looking around, and obviously I'm on the phone on the platform, looking at this camera, talking to this guy, the fat controller, obviously at the end of the phone. And he said, "Are you Natalie Cassidy?" I went, "Oh, fuck off!" And
that's awesome. Oh, bugger off.
Yes, fuck off. Do fuck off. And I had another instance. I was trying to park in Eastbourne. I was actually in my hometown. I was trying to park in a really small parking spot, and there was a little old lady with her little Yorkshire Terrier dog and her shopping basket, literally, in the old-fashioned. And she was standing there just staring. I was like, "Well, what's she watching?" She's watching my superior parking skills. Excellent, nice. Yeah, she should be getting this sport. And I, finished my parking, my superb parking skills. So I got out of the car, and she's still standing there. I said, "You're right, darling." She said, "You're her, aren't you?" I went, "No, I'm so not." What I should have done was, "Yes, would you like my autograph?" I was like, "No, I can't be that cruel. That's just like you." Illusion.
Oh my God, I remember. I mean, but sometimes you have a little look or whatever, and you kind of, you look like somebody, and then you have people that tell you look like somebody. You do not look like anybody, anything like it. And I was this is years ago when I was in my teens. We're going to a movie, and I was in a McDonald's and getting something, and this woman staring at me, and she comes over to me and clearly has a mental issue, mind you. And she goes, "You're Patrick Duffy."
Show me your toes.
So seriously, so my brother just loses it. Because I'm like, I'm not Patrick Duffy. Patrick Duffy's actually good looking. I am not anywhere near that.
Patrick died in the shower, love.
Yes, So she keeps harassing me, and it's like, okay, I can play this two ways, like, piss off or whatever. I said, listen, look, if just give me a couple of minutes to eat my lunch, and I'll sign something for you.
You didn't.
So she left us alone, and I went over. I had a pen, and I said, "Do you have a napkin?" He gives me a napkin. I said, "All the best, Patrick Duffy." Gave it to her. I swear to God, made her day, and I moved on from there. It was just like,
God.
I'm like, she's not leaving me alone. But can
you imagine if she tried to sell that on eBay like last week? You'd be so screwed.
No, I wouldn't, because someone would probably just tell her that's not Patrick Duffy's signature. Like, it's just like, no. I mean, it's, I had a friend in college, at university. He was playing guitar.
I couldn't live with myself after doing that. I couldn't live with myself after doing something like that. That's just wrong on too many levels.
It's all right. It's like, it's one thing to look like somebody. There's one thing to not look like anybody, and then it's to look like the image of somebody. And my friend Andy looked like the image of Jesus Christ. He had long blonde hair and this beard and very thin. And he used to wear a lot of white, and I'm like, holy crap, you look like Jesus. So one hell of a guitar player, mind you. So we did a couple open mics at one point, which was classic. So he would dress up all in white. He was wearing like a tunic with his guitar. And then I went out there wearing khakis and a blue polo shirt, and I dressed as the skipper from Gilligan's Island. And we called ourselves Jesus and the Skipper. And and we started doing acoustic hard rock for open mic. It was great. I go, hey, little buddy, what's next?
Oh, my God.
It was awesome.
Sinner, blasphemy.
I'll tell you, Jesus plays a mean guitar. It's the bottom line.
Is that a lyric? That must be a lyric.
Yes. It's a country western lyric someplace. Oh, my God. But yeah, this is the problem. You have we have a lot of people in this world right now that are suffering from mental illness. Yes. Like, we have a guy in our group right now that not in our BBS group, but in the UFO roundtable, and kind of looks like a big lab rat, but he swears he's white and like pink and white and has these beady eyes. Yeah, like a little bit like an albino, but he's not. He's not. I'm not making fun of albinos or people that are tan challenged. But his whole thing is he talks about reptilian. Okay. And he sees them shape shift and change in the street, and that's scary because one day he may get freaked out and hurt somebody, and I think he really needs help. So
is he on meds?
I would lay money this guy's on meds, but I haven't asked him.
I'd say so, yeah.
But you bet your ass I'm as nice as possible to him. Because
damn right.
When he snaps, he's going to be...
He might be his first test subject, yeah.
Yeah, he's been nice to me.
Oh, God.
That's what's going on, but, I mean, and that's the problem with the whole community back with UFOs. It's like, it's filled with people that have some major league, I'm going to say, mental illness, and it's scary. It's really scary.
It's, at the end of the day, it's a good outlet, in inverted commas, for them.
It's a very good outlet.
With their condition, it's a good outlet for them because they can get away with sounding completely mad.
Well, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. They thoroughly believe themselves and they believe in what they're saying is true. And if you've met them, you'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Few sandwiches short of a picnic, yeah.
Yeah, they got the full six-pack, but not the plastic thingy to hold it together.
That's the one, yeah.
That's what's going on there. It's pretty scary.
But then we might sound like that to a lot of sheep. I'm sure I've lost a lot of friends through my like my ranting. Seriously.
You know what? It's
a fine line.
It is a fine line. It's not coming off as arrogant, but I think, most people that are watching, have an interest in the subject matter. They're still very quiet about it. If it comes up, they may discuss it, but they'll be reserved. I'm not as reserved anymore. And if people don't like what I have to say and they want to leave, I don't give a shit.
Exactly.
I don't care.
I've stopped covering my camera with a Band-Aid now. That stopped about 8 months ago. It's like, fuck it. I NSA daily with a finger.
I actually have a cover over mine because I have kids in the house. That's the reason why,
Oh, yeah, they can get you. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you bought a Samsung product, they're most likely listening on your conversations now anyhow, so.
Oh, yeah, see, I don't give a shit anymore. Fuck them. Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? I was twerking. See, I've got twerking in me. I was tweeting the White House all week last week about, the White House, I think they hate me. I'm surprised they haven't sent me.
You're on the no-fly list now.
Totally. No, tough shit you've given me, bloody Esther. Fuck off. I've got it invited. I can come over there. I was tweeting the White House all week last week about the Dakota pipeline. I was at POTUS, mate. At POTUS. Fuck you, you arsehole. You've done
what?
Do the fucking walk-in.
The greatest thing that this administration could ever do, the only good thing they can do, is to say, we're not doing the pipeline there.
Yeah, well...
But all these politicians are so deep in bed.
Where we're at right now is, from the last thing I've heard, is they're not going to drill. They're not going to do the underground thing. They're going to do overground, but it still invades on sacred ground. That is the problem that we're at right now with that.
Yeah.
They're still on sacred ground. But
I'll tell you...
The crux of it is, why is it being done anyway when we have access to 0 point energy? Why are we still doing the oil drilling? Why are we still using that awful fossil fuel? We shouldn't be bloody using.
Because, frankly, there's a lot of money to be made.
Yeah.
And you know what? These politicians are all in bed with the money makers. They're bought and paid for. It doesn't matter what country you're in.
Yep.
This, the problems we have here right now. We've got somebody who is clearly a freaking criminal and a murderer. And talk about business as usual. She's got bigger balls than most of the guys in Congress, running with a guy that's an egomaniac that...
He is a man.
That speaks what he wants to say and says what he wants to say. Mm-hmm. But I've worked on both ends of his business type of transactions when I was working in banks. So trying to get money from him, also trying to make money from him.
You were a wanker? Oh, just a wanker. I meant banker, sorry.
Bloody wanker. But,
bloody wanker.
The people are so uneducated on how the process works.
I know.
If you're successful in business and you're a Trump type of person, you surround yourselves with really high-priced lawyers and accountants, and they tell you where you're. It's just like going to your tax lawyer. Okay, they tell you can get a break if you invest in this and this, and you take the breaks and you take the loopholes, and then you don't have to pay that much in taxes. It's legal. It sucks for everybody that has to pay, but it's legal. Yeah. Okay, he's just a shrewd business person. Yeah. He sets up his businesses, and if you think you're going to make money with Trump, unless you're working with him directly, you're not.
But even the word legal these days, legal in whose eyes? The word legal is so fuzzy now. It's legal in their eyes because they created that pathetic law of whatever it might be that they want to get.
Legal meaning the laws that were passed by Congress. That are the ones only ones.
Oh, is it? It's not the laws of the people. It's not the laws of us. Well, it's there.
I agree with you. It's the same thing when way back when we were having the housing crisis, right? That comes about from deregulation and allowing people that normally wouldn't have access to mortgages to have them. So someone making $100 a week has $1 million house because and they create the rules that allow the banks to do that. So they're going to sell somebody a house, whether they can afford it or not. They know they shouldn't, but they're going to do it to generate money. This is the housing crisis.
And create more debt.
I laughed my ass off when they had all these big mortgage guys, in being subpoenaed by Congress to say, and to give them crap like, why are you creating these mortgages and loans? Look at the crisis you created. And basically the guy said, we didn't create this. You created the rules. You created the laws. We're just following what you created. And now you're going to blame us for that? No. So the reason why I vote the way I'm going to vote come this Tuesday, whether there is a terrorist act or not, I'm not voting for the person that's going to be doing business as usual that has not worked for anybody for the last 60 years. I'm not voting Hillary Clinton whatsoever. Yes, I will be casting a vote for Donald Trump because you know what? We're so screwed up now. What could it hurt? And that's the bottom line.
You know what? Right. My big thing with this voting thing, and I'm sure you've seen my hashtag.
Yeah.
And they're trying to arrest people and fine people in the UK now if you don't vote. I mean, it will never happen because I've never voted anyway. But you don't get penalised for not voting, do you?
Well, you don't get penalized by the government for not voting. You get penalized by having, if you don't cast your vote, then that's one less they have to count. And whoever, if you don't vote, someone's going to win either way. But your vote and the 10 other people didn't vote and the 100 other people didn't vote, the 1,000.
I do hear what you're saying, and I wish everybody would vote none of the above. Because if the majority don't see that it's so corrupt already anyway, if that 99% of people to vote don't vote, then it's like confirmation to them that it's all fixed anyway. So therefore, it should be written off. Personally, how things are going right now, I think Obama's going to stay in.
Well, here's a couple of plausible situations, right? So the Justice Department arrests Hillary Clinton. She may win because of the delegates that are there, the Electoral College. They're all in her pocket anyhow. So what happens at that point, right? So she's not sworn in yet. So it comes the time to sworn in. So her running mate Kane's going to say, well, I'm the president now because I was on the ticket. And he's going to have a legal battle. Then Trump will say, well, no, you're not. She's arrested. It goes to me. So while everybody's fighting it out, and then Paul Ryan, who's the head of the of Congress coming in, he's going to say, well, no, it's mine, because everybody's going to see claim to it. Obama's going to sit there and laugh and still can possibly be in office because no one was sworn in, right? Oh. So that'll cause riots in the streets. And then once he just says, well, we have martial law now he doesn't have to go anyplace. That's one scenario. But,
ultimately, this system is looking for martial law. They're looking to use that. I'm being told I'm talking bullshit. Starseed, I'm not talking bullshit. I'm talking logic. If no one voted, where would they be? Looney, you with us?
I don't.
Oh, there she is. Say hello to Loon, Brian. This is a lunatic. She's my neighbour in the South Coast in the UK. I brought her into the conversation.
Oh, hello, Looney.
Hi. How you doing?
The whole thing I have here is, if you look at the whole situation, there's no logic. We're screwed either way. But I'm going for the one that's good. What I want is a wrench in the machine.
Oh, no,
I want a reset.
I know.
Okay.
But listen. Look, Bill, no, we're not getting into politics.
No, we're not. No, Bill, I promise. I'm not getting into it. I'm just saying we need a reset, and we need something to shock the system for these people that are on the take to realize, listen, we can't do this to the people anymore. We actually have to do our jobs. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So what's the best way of doing it? Business as usual, or electing somebody that's like, hey, he's not a politician. Let's throw him in there and see what he can do. That's it.
Andy Bachargo. I love Andy Bachargo. He's my friend. Anyway, hi, Lou. Sorry, Bill, I brought Looney in. She wanted to come in. Is that okay, Bill?
I can't hear Bill anymore. I think he's been abducted.
Bill! Talk to us.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind if me just gate crashing in on your old little conversation going on over here.
Not at all.
Right, you talk. I need more wine, so I'm going to go for wine.
Welcome to the foray.
Yeah, Lisa,
It's nice not being able to type.
It gets frustrating when you want to get something go out and it's like it's too much to type.
I know, and I've got this thing called tubby fat finger syndrome, and it just makes up these words, and people go, "What are you saying?" And I've really forgotten by then.
Yeah, maybe you need a typing wand.
Yep. I need one of those where you speak it and it spells it out. I'd probably spell it wrong there as well.
Speak to touch, or is it speak to touch?
I use that all the time. I use it all the time for things, and the problem with that is it depends on how tired I am and what mood my computer is in or my phone, because it comes up with some funky stuff. Yeah, alcohol too would be good. But it comes up with some real funky things, like, you know.
I need a babble fish and an auto writer.
Yes.
And a vocabulary to something to be understood properly.
Where did Babelfish came from? Isn't that Hitchhiker's Guide? It is, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's also a Babelfish website that actually
there
dealt
is
with
now.
it.
Yeah, they've actually made it now.
Yeah, they had it for a long, long time before
That's madness.
everybody went on the text, voice to text memo. I actually taught that to my youngest is in school. She has to write book reports. And I told her, I said, well, just use your iPad and say what took place. And at least it'll come out, you know. We'll just print it and then you can just rewrite it, you know.
Oh look, Lorraine, perfect. We should be able to afford Trudeau. I like Trudeau. Cool, he's a bit of a dish. I like Canada anyway. I'd move to Canada for Trudeau because he's just hello, baby. Oh man. I don't know what his like, you know, his affirmations are, but cool, bloody hell. It would roll over him to get out of bed. You know what I mean?
What did I miss?
Trudeau, you know Trudeau, that gorgeous Canadian. Oh, cool, bloody hell. Woo. Put him in a bloody Mountie costume. Hello.
No, darling, you're doing it wrong. You need to get him out of it. You know, you've been doing it wrong, haven't you? I mean, hello.
We're getting into a gray area.
I'm very innocent and shy. I know nothing. I'm a good girl, I am.
Yeah, right. A movie to on.
I mean,
we're looking at the Pleiades. Is that the Pleiades? That is the Pleiades, isn't it?
I can't look at it because I don't have the ability on my phone. You'd think Google would allow you to do that while talking on something else, but no, they want to try to squeeze an extra buck out of everybody.
Of course they damn well do. Of course they do. Of course they do.
Can I say hellos?
I've got a meeting on Tuesday. I'm quite concerned. I have a meeting.
What?
Is that it?
A meeting where I'm probably going to have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. It's really scary.
About
talk about it then.
Well, you know, you can get out of it now by just disclosing it.
Yeah. Just tell us now when you haven't signed shit. I told the world no hashtag before I signed that bit of paper. Oh, it's really quite stressful, and it's quite exciting / stressful.
Is it related to the paranormal UFO phenomena?
Yeah, it is.
Is it about the jobby job thing and the job and the doodah? What's it?
It is the thingy bob. It is.
Ah, with the what's it?
The doodah, yeah.
That's I've heard about them.
Yeah, I know.
Get creamed for that.
I know.
I'm glad everybody online can now hear pure English jive.
It's the the Brighton posse in the house.
I'm representing West Side London. Yeah, that's where I was born and bred. Yeah, bigging it up. Now I'm doing the Brighton Massive.
Brighton.
Looney's a legend. Looney's a fellow moderator of several rooms, aren't we? We are the ladies with the boots.
Oh, I get about Ardo.
We don't.
Me and my crochet books.
Yeah. We're not appreciated enough, obviously. But Brian's like, oh fuck.
No, it's I seriously, I swear, I feel like I'm at the Bunch of Grapes right now. Having a pint.
Having a pint, the old mucker. Oh well, I've had a bottle of wine already. I'm on my second one. Oh my.
Yeah, I just flashed back to a good pub crawl.
I don't drink, but I am on my second packet of Rizla. Just saying.
Yeah, all right. You bad girl. You bad girl. Actually, I probably should have done that rather than drink, actually. No, because I wouldn't stop laughing if I'd have done that, actually.
I have no idea what Rizlas are at this point.
Rizlas make big, fat, wonky-looking cigarettes, Brian.
Ah, nice.
Ah, puff, puff, puff. There you go.
That was like when one of the guys, we were in the pharmacy, I wasn't feeling well. And they said, well, why don't you get a Durex? And I'm like, what the hell is a Durex? And the really, really cute pharmacist behind the counter started laughing at me.
I'm having a fag. Oh, yeah. I can't say that to the Americans, can I? I'm just shooting up the shops to get some fags. You not freak out if we say that.
No, I know exactly what you're saying when you say that. I just didn't know the Durex. I'm like, we call them rubbers here. And they look at me like, what the hell would you do with a rubber there? You should be in school with that.
I love the breakdown of communication. To me, I mean, and other than when you're probably in like a really professional meeting or something, or trying to have a sensible conversation, I love the breakdown of communication. It's hilarious.
Do you want to go out and have a fag? No, not really. No, yeah, you can have your own fags.
Fag. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, fag and fanny pack.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're particularly hilarious. Oh my god! Oh my! Oh yeah! You just did that really well, Brian. You're hired.
Thank you very much.
You're my
that's for Keith. Keith, that's for you. Oh my!
Oh my! My Keith replacement.
Yes.
Now, Keith actually was putting on his live stream last night is welcome to hiding giggle time. I got that out of his live stream.
Cut her off. Stop her from drinking. She hasn't even had a glass yet.
I know. Last night I hadn't.
No, she's drinking straight out of the bottle.
There's no glass involved.
She's got a mainline drip going into the vein right now.
Yeah, right.
I'm a delicate flower. I'm a rose petal, me.
Oh my god! Right,
I'm a lady. Don't forget.
That's just reminded me of something. A bit more on topic, people. Otherwise, Bill get angry. Right.
Only way is Essex, isn't it?
Brian, the life of
Yes.
Brian. The life of Brian.
Great movie.
Yes, right. So,
He's a very naughty boy.
thank you. Right, no, seriously. Right, Loon, because she did it actually perfectly. Do that again.
What?
That line you just did.
He's not the Messiah. He's a very good boy.
Oh. Is that how you remember it?
Or he's not coming out, or is one of them two. Both of them words.
No. Which do you remember?
He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy.
Brian, what do you remember?
I think that sounds right, but
I might be wrong. It's been a couple of years since I watched it.
I haven't seen Life of Brian in freaking ages.
Although, I've got to say, I did see Terry Jones in my high street the other day.
Did you? I know he lives down
swear.
there. Yeah, he lives down
that's where
there.
I saw him.
Yeah, I think he lives in Arundel, I think.
Arundel.
Yeah.
It's just up the road from me.
Yeah, I love Arundel. No, see, I remember he's not coming out. He's a very naughty boy. That's what I remember. But apparently now it's changed to, as Loon just said, he's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy.
Well, that goes with that whole thing. What do they call it? The Mandela effect.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I'll have to go back and have a look.
Well, if you watch it now, it has been changed to he's not the Messiah. But I remember it, and I know that every single line from that movie. My stepfather banned me from watching that, and I made it my mission to sit in the movie theatre in the 80s or 90s, whenever it came out, for 5 viewings of it. I know the script of the movie, like back to front and sideways.
Well, what happened in those movies? What they do is they take it, they do a different cut for like DVD, where they bring it out and they're like, well, I like that line better, and they'll put it in. So they'll screw with you that way too. It's not necessarily the Mandela effect as much as it's.
No, yeah, okay, yeah.
When the Monty Python films came out, there weren't such things really as VHS or any of that.
Yeah. No. What they do is they still have the footage, and what they want to put it on DVD because they want to make money. So they'll put everything they have on DVD, even the original run, the original film. Yeah. And then they can edit and say, well, no, let's cut this in. It's kind of like what they did with Star Wars, right? So Lucas, they didn't have the ability to do that. So what they do is now they can do it. They can just edit and splice at will and put things in. And it could be like the third take they liked better than the final one that they put in there, but they didn't have the say at the time.
Okay. Yeah, I completely appreciate what you're saying. I will go into another subject, but let's stick to the movie. The movie theme of the Mandela effect now. So, okay, person that goes along to watch, let's use the Star Wars one because it's the one that everybody remembers.
Yes.
Luke, I am your father. No, I am your father.
Yeah.
Okay, so you went to see the movie and you remember him saying either Luke or no, I am your father. And then you have, because you are one of those people that keep things in their packages, in sealed packages, you have a VHS copy of it.
I have a VHS copy of it as well. I have 2 VHS copies of it. I have a DVD and a Blu-ray. And,
right. So let's say you now unseal that copy of that VHS, and that word has changed.
Well, that could be editing on Lucas's part a long time ago. You know, like when they digitized the whole thing for sale on DVD. Blu-ray is a tough subject because what happens is when you put your Blu-ray into a machine, it normally should be connected to the internet.
I'm not talking Blu-ray. I'm talking the old VHS video cassette.
That old VHS video cassette would say, "Luke, I'm your father."
I don't know. I don't even know what the right one is and what the wrong one is. I remember him saying...
There'd be a lot of breathing there. Luke, I am your father. That's how
I remember it.
That is the one I remember. But apparently it's not now. It's not now. Apparently it's no, I am your father.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that the way around? I don't know.
No, because the only person that says no is Luke at the end. No!
Well, Okay, let's do another one. How about the Jaws one? The Jaws one's a new one to me. We're gonna need a bigger boat.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
That's how we all remember.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's not now.
What is it now?
You're gonna need a bigger boat. Okay, an even bigger one. E.T. Phone Home. I love the word of the film. Apparently now it's E.T. Home Phone.
Really?
Yep. Forrest Gump. There's another one that I've done a video about that one. Forrest Gump.
I got to go on about Forrest Gump.
Life is a box of chocolates. It's now life was a box of chocolates.
Life's like a box of chocolates.
You did a video on that, didn't you?
I did a video on that. I recorded myself getting my DVD out that I hadn't got out the bullshit. Yeah, and it is now. Life was like a box of chocolates.
I thought it was life's like a box of chocolates.
Yeah, life
You
is
don't know
like,
what's inside until you look at whatever.
yeah.
Now
and
I've
now,
got the munchies.
now it's like,
On a side note for that whole Forrest Gump thing, where I used to work down in the city, I was outside smoking a cigarette, and Gary Sinise, who played Lieutenant Dan, was filming CSI New York.
Dan! I love him.
Well, I worked around the corner from Bubblegum Shrimp, and I don't know, maybe call it a demon took over me, but I went, Lieutenant Dan, Bubblegum Shrimp. I started screaming it. I got my Bubblegum Shrimp around the corner, Lieutenant Dan. Looks like you got your legs back. And everybody's cracking up, all his castmates, and he kind of looks like, he looks mortified. He's like, he's kind of like waving me off. Come over, have some shrimp, Lieutenant Dan. I just couldn't help myself. I had to.
Yeah, well, you do throw yourself into the
Do what makes you happy.
No, it's people just cracking up. And the guy I'm friendly with from the building, he's like, you're out of your mind. I'm like, look at him. He's running away now.
Yeah. It's like when I walked into Giorgio Tsoukalos like 3 weekends ago, I literally walked into him in my usual fashion, and I really had to stop my right arm from going up and ruffling his hair. It was a real stop that hand from moving. I'm going, hi, sweetie, ruffle, ruffle, ruffle. He looked to his friend, his aide or his PR person. Oh fucking hell, she's a lunatic.
Get me the fuck out of here now.
No, he ended up trying to fix my phone because I've lost all my photos. I was like, Giorgio, I can't operate my phone, honey. Can you get me my photos? I don't know what the fuck. He's like, well, is it in the phone? I was like, I don't fucking know. I don't do fucking technology.
It's insanity we have here.
I think I made my mark with Giorgio Tsoukalos. Hey, I got a badge. I got one of those Starbird things. I got one. That's my claim to fame.
I'll tell you, it's always nice when you get these celebrities like a little bit off their high horse.
I love it.
It's always good.
I love doing that. I love it.
It just makes them, like, hello, welcome. You were once one of us.
Yeah, are you human? Oh yes, I think you are. You just laughed at my joke. No, but seriously, on a serious note, the Mandela effect is very, 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 very compelling and very interesting. Right, okay, right, so yeah, let's just assume that they can adjust stuff movie-wise. I'm not a big fanatic about the logos, because the logos, they changed it for marketing purposes, so forget the logo shit. Explain the Bible. Explain the Bible adjustments. That is uber compelling.
Bible adjustments can be.
What the lion lays with the lamb is now the wolf lays with the lamb, and that has been found in original text to have been changed. Explain your ass around that one.
It was God's will.
Brian, I love you.
I don't know how to explain it. It's God's will.
It's God's will.
Why not?
Shut the fuck up.
And God said, "Let there be light." It was good.
Oh my! What did I come back to? The giggles. She's having a giggle fit. What's going on?
I hope you had a good piss, Bill, because
no, I actually was hunting online, eBay, and other sites for the lens that I have to thank Stargazing for the advice, and I found the lens for $550, so I had to get it.
Cool.
It is a better quality.
$5.50 or $550?
What it is, it allows better light. More light into the lens. So the 1.5, I was gonna get one anyway, but it is what it is. This is a 3.5, so this one should allow for better clarity. And hello to Marco and Sarah and Sunbird, and let's see who else is hanging out.
Jersey.
Everybody else that's in YouTube chat.
Jersey, I totally believe about the holographic.
And Jersey.
iceberg.
So yeah, I mean, I was looking at the stargazing stream, and it looks so beautiful and clear.
Isn't it? It's crystal, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is so gorgeous to watch.
It is.
Yeah.
So that's why I saw the lens that stargazing was using, and it's a better lens. So you know what? I have to do it if I'm going to take the meteor shower seriously. And Geminids is coming up in December. I've got to step it up. I had to step it up.
Keith just said people are crazy tonight.
I must have missed a lot going on here.
It's my name.
And imagine
everyone.
And is that Loon? Is
Yeah.
Loon? What's
Hi,
happening?
Bill.
How's everything?
Yeah, it's good.
Good.
It's good.
I hope everybody is enjoying it on Keith's stream too, because he's using the audio for his stream tonight.
Hello,
So they probably think we're all insane.
God. Oh my God. Hello, everybody.
Oh my God. Oh my.
He's just gone right down the toilet.
Oh my.
Oh my. That's
my
Keith is
God.
probably saying, you guys, geez, I'm using Bill's audio and you guys are driving everybody to, I mean, they're looking at the moon and probably going crazy. Oh my
Keith's
God.
like, that's the last time I do that.
Wow. If it was full, we'd really be in trouble. Oh my
International
God.
craziness. Oh yeah.
I'm thinking like Ozzy, bark at the moon.
Bad self.
Oh my God. Gonna start howling soon. Oh my God. So what the hell did I miss? I can't even imagine if he's saying it sounds like people are going crazy. Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh man.
You got a lot of people listening either way.
Oh, yeah.
A bunch of
Yeah.
people listening. It's all good.
That's
Hi.
scary in
Mine's
itself.
Hi and PR to Gary Heseltine. You all know Gary Heseltine. I'm selling his wares. No, I'm not selling his wares. Yeah, I'm selling his wares, actually. Oh, God. I'm fired. I'm so fired.
Oh my, for sure.
Oh, my.
Let me see.
You know what? I like give it. Yeah.
This stupid camera, I mean, it's driving me
I
nuts.
love life.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all
But
good.
Oh, now this
Can you
wire's loose. Jeez.
Can we get
Hey.
Keith on? Keith, can you come on while you're doing what you're doing, or is it going to mess up with your mojo?
young Master William, you should join us on the 12th, because it's now just going to pretty much be just Al and I.
Well, you know what? I've got so much going on here. Heidi could tell you, I'm already starting my Christmas stuff, and I've got so much stuff to do to get ready for Thanksgiving. People are saying, why is he doing Christmas so early? Well, because I got a big bunch of a gathering going on here for Thanksgiving. I got to have the house in order, so I have a lot of decorating to do. A lot. What the hell was that?
I want to come
The
out
hell
at
was
Christmas
that?
now. Fuck me. I want to come out now.
Something appeared on the side of my camera. It was weird. You'll see it. I don't know what it was, but something on the left-hand side appeared. It was like a glob. I don't know what the hell that was. I got to go
Is
outside.
that on your night vision on the camera now?
I'm using the night vision right now. I'm going outside. I'll be right back. I got to go outside. I got to see what the hell that
You
was.
stop twerking for heaven's
I'll be
sake.
back.
I'll tell you what, if Keith gets another UFO on his site, he's definitely going to get those vans moving closer to his house.
Well, they've backed off, haven't they? After the last army episode.
I don't know. He just didn't. Keith just had another one, if I'm correct. Well, I saw something he posted not that long ago.
Well, yeah, we caught one of the donut things, the weather balloon, a couple of nights ago.
Yeah, I saw something, and I commented, "This is why black vans appear."
Yeah. Yeah.
Just I don't know. That's crazy stuff.
It is crazy stuff. But they've got to stop. I mean,
Holy shit.
Just don't start me. What?
No, coyotes. I hear coyotes in the woods howling. I'm like, I'm going back in. I'm not staying out there. Oh, talking about
That
howling.
could be the dog man, Bill.
Oh,
my God, it's
boy.
that
That's all
wolf.
I need in my house.
I'm scared now.
It could be the dog man. I gotta
It
be
was a
honest.
laser. It was a laser
You
grid.
live in that kind of area. You live in that area.
It's way
It was your laser thing. They like the pretty lights.
Oh no,
Hold
I
on,
can't.
maybe it was Mary.
Mary.
Yeah,
Eric from Most Haunted.
Oh, fuck. Sorry. What?
Mary.
Such a lovely chap. What, you mean Fanny loves Dick, Derek? Yeah.
the night vision looks good. I gotta tell you that right now.
Bill's camera is scanning the sky right now.
Yeah, I'm looking for Pleiades. I'm trying to
That's
find
really
it.
clear tonight. We've got a lot of stars on your night vision tonight. A lot more than usual, actually.
It's Saturday night.
That's really clear. You can usually just see the main ones, but that's really cool.
Good night, Jenny.
Jenny's
Oh,
down.
Jenny's got to run.
Oh,
Good night, Jenny.
Good night, Jenny.
hi, Jenny. Jenny. It's my Jenny.
Where the hell am I going?
Run, Forrest, run! Oh, Jenny.
Oh, this freaking
Yeah.
cord, man.
Whose stream I'm watching now? Whose am I on? Who am I talking in?
I haven't even got Keith up. I've got Stargazers up, and I haven't even opened Keith yet. Hell.
I'm running low on battery right now.
Whoa! I just missed it. Oh, that's a plane. Okay.
The plane! The plane! The plane!
Hey, Brian,
Just
can
know,
you
every time I see a plane, I actually say that.
Say that again, Bill.
can you imagine this in May if Heidi comes and all, it's gonna be nuts.
It's gonna be a bloody loony bin.
Oh my God!
Got to be some kind of nutter.
There it is.
Oi, get up and dance. What the heck is that? Oh, that is a plane. Sorry.
The plane, boss, the plane. Welcome to Fantastic Island.
Telling Heidi to do her own YouTube show or TV series called Up All Night with Bill. So
That'd work.
it would be great, Bill. You just pop in, you know.
But Heidi's sleeping in the shed. That's it. She's sleeping in the shed.
Make the tune out on your
The
drums.
shed or the
Yeah.
pool. I'm so cool with that. Just give me a wetsuit.
And I will inform Al about us having to come back and pay you a cleansing visit.
Actually, it's been quiet. Maybe after Heidi sleeps in the room, activity will rise again.
They may be scared at this point. Don't mess with this one. She's from England.
No, it's not.
The
No,
force
it's
is strong
not.
with this one.
Rebel scum.
The force is strong.
Oh, speaking, I don't know if you're into games, Brian,
Yeah.
but the new Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is off the scale.
Isn't it?
It's out already?
Yeah, it came out
What?
yesterday.
Isn't it?
Oh,
It starts off, you're on Europa. And,
cool.
Yeah, you're on Europa, and you got to go through the ice sheet and into a cavern, and you started, fighting with. It is so freaking awesome.
Do you know what I'd be doing though? I'd be going off screen. Can you actually go off? I mean, I know you're supposed to go from A to B to C to get to D to E and shoot and that. I'd be going off.
You can't do that anymore. See, that's the big.
damn.
And
That's
good night to
that's-
Star, by the way. Good night, Star.
Good night, Star.
Good night, Star.
They don't allow you to do that. They control your visit. It really is a cookie crumb path. You think you may have a little open world.
See,
but-
fuck the game. I'd be off on every fucking nook and cranny.
Well, see, that's where Call of Duty messed up. Call of Duty should have a game that is open world, where you can just do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
I don't think their servers can handle it.
Yeah, that's what it is. And
No.
it's high
The
demand.
inquisitive minds right now. I don't want to get from A to B. I want to go to X, Y plus B, sideways and backwards, mate. I want to take 2 hours to look in this crevice that's like, you're not really showing me, but you obviously want me to look in. I used to do that with the old driving games. I used to go off the track and see how far you can go off the track.
Well, they stopped doing that with all the glitches. So people would find the glitches, the areas where if you keep hitting it, you'll eventually be under the map. So you're pretty much looking up skirts, and you're shooting people from like no place. Like, where the hell did I get shot from?
Yeah,
You know?
my son does that. My son's very good at that. He's really good at that, actually. He's actually been headhunted for doing that shit because he doesn't understand.
Keith just said one good UFO tonight, big one.
Really?
I wonder if that was on his channel. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
SG had a flyby of unknown. Like
Really?
5 objects flew past.
Well, it looks, he's gonna have to
Not sure
join
if
us
they were
later.
jets or what, but they were really fast.
Wow.
Mm.
That van's moving a little bit closer to your house, buddy.
Oh my God!
Has anybody checked out what's going on in London yet? Has it all kicked off and are we in full riot yet?
What's going on?
The million mask march was happening and it was kicking off big style about
The Million Mosque March?
Yeah, you know, Anonymous.
See, this is the problem, people. This is the problem. I so wish that they could resurrect all the dead warriors of England, and they'd be like,
"It's Skyfall tonight."
If Richard was alive and well today, he would be like, I died because of this crap. Get the fuck out of here.
Your English accent, Brian, it really sucks. It's seriously tough. You got to.
I mean, what? This is crazy. It's insane.
Not bad, Brian. Not bad.
What were you all thinking? What are you thinking?
Not bad.
What are you thinking that?
You're letting Abdullah in. What are you thinking?
Oh my God.
God, for Christ's sake, we got the Welsh. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm not starting. I don't want to start with the Welsh or anybody.
Oh no.
Too late.
Oh, now this camera.
Uh-oh.
Oopsie.
Look, I'm a Tom Jones fan.
Uh-huh.
No, see, no. I hate the world.
I'm Catholic, but that's all right because they got the fucking Welsh. We're all right. We're fine. Don't worry about it.
We're fine. Don't you worry about that. Kathy,
Well,
hello, sweetie.
He just.
All right, guys, I'm going to use this time to just jump on the stream here. Oh, what is going on? Everybody's been keeping up in the chat. Welcome back to Hazmat. Haven't seen you in a long time. Glad to have you back. Monday night, we're going to try to do a live Skype session with myself and a couple other people, just to chit-chat. Something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I figure Monday night's probably going to be probably a good night, weather permitting, of course. We probably have, I'm going to say maybe 10 minutes yet until the moon sets. I think Paul actually just texted me now. Yeah, so it looks like he's going to be ending in the next 5 or 10 minutes. So I'll let it on until he shuts down. And then I'm going to hop over to Bill's page, Bill New York Skywatcher. I'm going to jump on Skype with them. Hopefully get control of that situation over there. They seem to be having a whole bunch of fun over there tonight. Tying a couple on, I guess. And so that's what we're going to do. Next week should be the Paul video. I will isolate that UFO from tonight. And I will hit up Astronomy Live to see if we can see if it's a satellite or a classified satellite or anything like that to make sure It's not one of those things. It looked exactly like the thing that we caught 3 times before. This one looked a lot bigger though, and that might be because we were zoomed in a little bit further. I don't know. I won't know until I actually look at it. If you want the timestamp, it's when the atomic clock was on the screen. The atomic clock was at the top of the screen, and it's at 9:13:58. And you'll see it go across the top corner there, pretty slow. It was really big when we caught it. So check that out. This video will save. It usually goes up within a half hour, 45 minutes after the stream ends. So you should be able to check it out in full HD. Don't forget when you're watching this stream, guys, to put your screens on 1080p as well. I forgot to remind you guys of that tonight. Anything else? Actually, I should shout out everybody that's live in here right now. Active users. So we got D, welcome back. I Open, of course, Hazmat, Lucia, Tomato, Omar, and of course Rockstar, Ron, and myself. There's a lot of users that are usually in this room that are over on Bill's channel already. I do suggest if you want to just go over and hang out over on Bill's channel, I will put a link in the chat box for you to do so. And come hang out, because once I get over there, it may even get just a little more crazy. I'm in one of those moods tonight. I don't have to get up tomorrow, so I can be a little nuts. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And the moon was pretty good tonight. It wasn't, the best for the big scope, as Paul was saying. There's a lot of humidity down there, a lot of shimmering, a lot of atmospheric distortion. So we're hoping, in these coming nights, these next 3, 4, 5 nights, that we're going to get at least 1 or 2 of a real, clear night. So hopefully, we'll be able to do that. Wow, it's November 5th already, guys. Jeez, where did this year go? We started this in February, with hardly anybody, knowing what we were doing. And now, in the beginning of November, 5,000 plus subscribers. Awesome. Just really awesome, guys. Can't thank you enough. It's great having like-minded people. It's great having you all around, and hopefully we'll continue to grow, get more eyes on it. Hopefully we'll get more people with more telescopes, because I don't mind imaging other people as well. So if we can get, I do have a couple people in mind that do have telescopes that are into this, that I might try to start doing when Paul isn't able to, so we can get it on more nights from different areas. There's a couple in Ohio. There's a couple in North Carolina. I even got a couple in the Dakota. So hopefully we will be doing that if I can work out some kind of logistics and detail about it. So it'll be good. What's up to Derek Hunt? Yes. Remember the 5th of November, Guy Fawkes Day over in the UK right now. Let's see. Infrared camera. Hello. Infrared can work on a telescope. It's not. If you're talking about like picking up heat signatures and stuff like that, you really want to go ultraviolet. Ultraviolet won't work on skywatching or on telescope, because you'll pick up all the background, radiation from it. So it'll just be a big blurry mess. It wouldn't work too good unless you were already in space, shooting, which is what they do to image other planets and solar systems and galaxies and whatnot. So, let's see. Anybody that didn't like the audio tonight, of course, you always have the option to mute. It doesn't offend me one bit. We just try to find something to put on this channel that won't get flagged for copyright. I literally put a fart noise one time, and a company flagged it because it said it was their fart noise. It was a sample. So, it's just, that's why I've been going quiet, or I just jump in on the mic. Bill had a Skywatch going tonight, so I figured we would just overlay the audio, and works out pretty good. Bill's a real good friend of mine. Does really good work over on his channel. He's got that brand new A7S, that Sony, for the Skywatch that he's tweaking pretty much every time that he's doing his watch. Really good. And he also has the infrared night camera, which he usually switches to, which I believe is what he's on now. And that really makes you be able to see all the stars, playing, and just weird, like satellites, the iridium satellites going over. I mean, we've seen some weird stuff in that infrared view from his night vision camera. So I'm going to post a link to Bill's channel in the chat. Please join us over there if you want something to do, you know, for another, well, knowing Bill, probably for another 5 hours yet, because he seems to, every time he streams usually for 9 or 10 hours. And he's been going, I think since 7 or 7:30. So I can see him going, as long as it doesn't get cloudy, I can see him going to 3 in the morning easily. So definitely jump over there. I welcome new subscribers. Thumbs up for Paul. That's what the thumbs up are for, because I take a snapshot of that picture of the live stream, and then I send it on over to him. And I send him any comments and everything that you guys say in the chat for him. You will get to know him. That video, once again, should be up next week. If we can get that done Monday, I will post it Tuesday. That's the plan right now. Hopefully our schedules are still good that we can do that. And I think that's it. I think we covered all the bases. Nice solid crew tonight. Nice civil chat. I think Rockstar might have had to ban 1 or 2 people, but it wasn't bad at all tonight. And here comes the Atlantic Ocean clouds. So that's going to kick it for us. Once again, guys, we will be back tomorrow night. You're probably looking at around 7:30. Oh, you know what? Ooh, it might be earlier tomorrow night because of the time difference. We might go at 6:30 tomorrow night, because we will be an hour behind. So yeah, I just thought about that. We'll be able to do earlier streams. Awesome. Cool. All right. So once again, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I'll leave the chat open for a little bit, and that'll probably do it for us. All right, guys. So thanks for tuning in. Heading over to Bill's channel. I'll post a link in the description, and we'll see you tomorrow. Later. You know what? I always do this, but don't forget, when you go over to Bill's channel in the chat box, and just tell him Keith sent you. I love it when his chat box gets flooded with people saying that I sent him there. So yeah, you can go ahead and put that. Here is the link for his channel, and I'll see you guys over there in a couple minutes. I'm sure you're heading over there, so I'll see you, and it probably has as well. So thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.